To another brand new video over here. Now, we've covered a lot of stuff when it came to the whole Kingsman situation, but I also had a lot of people tagging me and recommending me that I should go and sit and react to the whole-on Mugen video. Now, this is like the full-on story with a little bit more dramatic editing and all of that. And well, I'm sure a lot of my subscribers here kind of saw the whole situation because we didn't do a lot on this. Like, we covered it pretty much from start to finish. So I kind of figured I'd also be a good person to go and, I guess, throw in my own thoughts and comments and kind of see. The situation may be fully done, who knows, but I've still been seeing more and more drama coming out from it. And people have been asking for this and tagging me in this and stuff. So I figured might as well. I could do it on my Twitch stream because I haven't had a chance to fully see the whole situation. And I thought it was kind of absolutely crazy. So in case you guys do see me respond to a few comments in passing, that's probably just my Twitch chat. And if you guys want to hang out on my Twitch stream as well, I'll have that link down below because I've been slowly doing a little bit more reaction stuff and all this drama as you guys have been seeing on the channel. So thank you everyone who's been watching and subscribing as of recently in the first place. But as I mentioned, this is a long one. This is like an hour-and-a-half long, and I think we truly saw that this Kingsman situation really blew up. Because there was one dude who got almost canceled and the whole entire gaming community rallied behind him. And I also kind of figured anyone who maybe seen this in the first place, I can chime in a little more extra information on it all. So if you guys enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. If it's a little bit too old and dated, probably is, but who kind of cares? I'm doing this as like a filler video because whenever I am done with uploading this video, I'm going to go and probably watch some movies and chill and do nothing. So hopefully you guys will do the same and stay safe and warm. And let's go and show off how one small streamer annihilated 3 popular bullies overnight. Kingsman versus Cece, Zazza, and Luciyasa. Now, yeah, like this has been crazy because it seems like their channels still, a few days after this video has gone live and all the other coverage, have been doing great. If you guys ever want like a more of a, I guess, in-depth numbers video, I'm a big numbers guy. I love that. I don't want to milk it and overdo the situation, but I like seeing like the post stuff of like Pirate Software and everyone else. So if you guys would want that, let me know, and I'll definitely chime in all my thoughts and comments throughout this all. So shout out to Mugen and shout out to anyone watching this one. Let's go and dive on in.
Or effect, typically one that is unwelcome.
We already messed up. We messed up the first 3 seconds over here, but the video is kind of long, so I'm trying to get to the very, very start and beautiful. Let's dive on in.
Consequence, a result or effect, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Now,
I'd almost want to throw in accountability next if this is my first impression of this entire video.
Sure that this definition would work out in most situations, but when it comes to this incident that we're going to discuss, unpleasant is a massive understatement. Because how else would you explain posting a video defending yourself in the face of consequences and getting one of the worst like to dislike ratios I've ever seen in my entire life?
I've seen worse. I have definitely seen worse, and I'm sure throughout my years of covering stuff on YouTube, it will definitely get worse. Like, there's been some stupid stuff already. I've only been here for like 3 months.
How else would you explain community notes that are so ruthless that they put you in physical pain when you read them?
True.
All while your sponsors join in the chaos and start canceling their contracts with you. I mean, really, is unpleasant truly a word that can describe how bad this is when there's an NBA team that's making fun of you on their TikTok?
I still have no idea how this went so viral.
Hard that your name is now used as cultural lingo to signify a bad player in a multiplayer game. I mean, seriously, how the hell did it get so bad? Well, at its essence, this incident wasn't centered on a game or a community. This was something that everyone can understand, a victim standing up to his very ruthless
I was
bullies.
proud of Kingsman the entire time, dude.
Power and influence over him.
I went in his Twitch chat and I'm like, I'm proud of you, boy.
He was framed and they tarnished his reputation. He would then, all alone, stand up for himself. And when the community had his back, the bullies would not only double down, they would triple down and quadruple down.
They're still quadrupling down, which is why this is even crazy in the first place. Like, everyone's dogging it because these women, we all know they're just bad.
Never
They're mean. They're so mean.
This truly showed us how vile they truly were as they were being
Dude, I made that video on this and everyone was going crazy. How they're like, I can't believe this woman said, I don't like black people.
Cornered by, well, the entire internet.
And it got worse, dude. She has pay pigs now, bro. I literally made a video on that. Like, she has a group of people on Twitter that are literally floundering her with money. Like, she literally has pay pigs, bro.
So no wonder this escaped containment outside of the Marvel Rivals community and into the mainstream. You now have people, both young and old,
people on Facebook who are like, this girl
hey,
sucks.
Can I get details about this? And I mean, of course they would, because this story not only plays out like a classic movie plotline, it also has an extremely satisfying ending.
Dude,
however,
this Kingsman dude has
even more satisfying.
He has so many followers. This guy's made so much money. He has probably made over $100,000 without a doubt.
If you truly understand every aspect that led up to it. And seeing that there's a lot of details involved, I figured we have to talk about it, which is why I'm making this video.
And that's also why I made so many videos of my own, because just so much stuff happened. Like, it was just nonstop. Every few hours, something bad was happening.
So without further ado, here's the full story of how Kingsman stood up to his 3 bullies and won.
I love the
Let's
background
do
music.
this.
Like, I'm almost like
Alright,
using
so first
this
things first.
to like learn how to make, if I ever want to make like a video doc, how to make a good one.
Who the hell is Kingsman 265? Well, before even starting to upload videos or create
music be
content,
bumping, ayo.
he was someone who had
Yeah, I
already
love this
spent
drama, dude.
time in first-person shooter games, most notably Hyperscape, a Ubisoft
Hyperscape,
game that came out in
goated.
2020. According to him, he played this game back when he was 16 years old, and he was so good at it that at some point he was number 1 on the leaderboard. Quite the achievement, especially since this game had a crazy learning curve. That unfortunately,
One of my friends, dude, was like the spokesperson for this game. Like one of my cute British friends or whatever. And this game was actually fun. I played this a lot. I think I actually worked with them. Like I literally, I think, did a sponsor with Ubisoft.
Unfortunately wouldn't last because the game would prove to be unpopular and shut down.
It was cool though.
very
Like you could
shortly
like
after.
build
This
buildings
is
and
when he
stuff.
would
I thought it
make
was
the move
dope.
to Apex. And just like in Hyperscape, the guy was very skilled too, achieving top ranks consistently.
Yeah,
For
Leah,
Kingsman,
yeah.
though,
Like
everything
Leah's
would
awesome.
change when Marvel
Leah,
Rivals
whatever.
would come out on December 6th,
She was always cool.
2024. This is when he would pivot to it full time.
Marvel
And
Rivals,
just like in the other games,
when Marvel Rivals first came out, this game was banging. I literally wanted to go and replay more of this. Like I should make some of this on like my YouTuber stream it.
he played, he was also incredibly skilled here, reaching top
He is
500
good.
in
I
multiple
was watching his
roles,
most
using
recent Burger
multiple
Bash. This guy
heroes,
was the
while
GOAT.
also managing to become the rank 1 Magic player, a character that's not even ranked at the top of the meta.
I was the
by
Magic
this
player
point, it was
too. I
obvious.
respected it.
Kingsman wasn't just talented at Marvel Rivals, he was talented in general in competitive games. Unfortunately though, this ridiculous level of skill wouldn't translate into much viewership. He would start streaming in the summer of 2023 and would
Dude, I think he had like 200 viewers though. I think that's pretty good. Like for Marvel Rivals, like I think that's pretty solid.
continue streaming regularly, consistently, and yet for almost 2 years and a half, the growth wouldn't translate into much, with him peaking at around 150 average viewers.
That's pretty good, though.
That's just the reality of the streaming landscape, especially when it came to a game like Marvel Rivals.
And he was
So
growing,
on
though.
January 12th, 2026, when Basim ZB, a Marvel Rivals content creator, would announce that he was hosting a tournament for Marvel Rivals titled Creator Cup with a $40,000 prize pool, including 48 creators, one of them being Kingsman, as you can imagine, he was very excited.
I went in the Bosims guys chat too, and he was like, "What up, my G?" So I have no idea if this dude like saw my videos because I did throw him into some of my thumbnails for this all.
This is an opportunity
He
to
was
not
like,
just
"My boy, what
showcase
up?"
your content and your gameplay, but also a shot at winning a prize. This prize pool also didn't come from just anywhere. It was officially being sponsored by NetEase Games, the creators of the game.
So it kinda ramped
the way
up,
this
you
was
know?
structured was simple. There would be 8 different captains, and on the 13th of January, they'd all be present on Basim's livestream to create their team from those 40 invited content creators. In the case of Kingsman, he'd end up being picked by the captain.
Bro, this is the scariest grouping of people ever, dude. Like, this is scary. Now that I've like gone through the situation, this girl was mean, this girl was mean, this girl was mean, dude. I don't have no idea who Big Puffer is.
Cece. She admitted during the draft pick that she didn't know him, she just knew that he was very skilled. Alongside him, she would pick a few other teammates. What you have to keep in mind are 2 names in particular, Zazza and Luciyasa. You see, Kingsman was streaming as Cece was picking her team, and from the moment this team was formed, he signaled one worry that he had, Zazza. So shortly after the draft, he would get into a call with the team captain, Cece, and he would express his worries. He'd very clearly outlined to her that he was worried about Zazza, not because of her skill, not because of her as a person, but because she was the only content creator that was based in Australia when everyone else was playing on US-based servers. This meant that she had 200 ping. And
if you guys ever played like these types of FPS games, having 200 ping is nuts. Like, it's like literally, like you start bouncing between walls, you start hovering, it gets crazy, dude. I kind of think it seems like an unfair team. Team Captain and Necros are like one of above all. Yeah, Necros is really, really good. But I think also it's kind of like, that's why a lot of people like critiques on these creator tournaments, because I've been in a few myself. And sometimes you'll have like the one guy who's like literally smurfing, has like a fake account, like they're playing on their friend's account. And they're like, yeah, I only ever got up to GM. What do you mean? And like their main account has been like rank 1. It's really weird. Sometimes like some creators aren't that good, but they're famous. And that's, I think, led a lot to this whole situation too.
Make matters worse, she was a Black Widow main, a sniper character that of course needs way less than 200 ping to be accurate, while also being a character that's completely out of meta.
So you're basically trying to snipe and you're on super bad ping. It just doesn't really work.
Would reassure Kingsman during their call that don't worry, European players have 150 ping, Zazza isn't that far behind, and that her Black Widow was really good.
Although I do like Australians, dude. I'm biased. I want to move to the Gold Coast.
So look, by this point, everything was cordial. Everything was friendly and reasonable. It was no secret that Kingsman was worried, but he was optimistic. He wanted to give this team a chance, especially seeing that there was a $40,000 prize pool and he was a completely broke college student. He wanted to give it.
So you want him to win? Like I'd be the same boat.
The benefit
Always was.
of the doubt. What he could have never seen coming, though, is that this team wasn't going to be too far off from those terrible group projects you had in high school, where you were.
Wait, why was the big puffer guy censored out? I actually don't even think he was a part of this. Maybe that's why. Because I remember, I think it was Zaza's boyfriend was involved. So I don't think that was Big Puffer, if I remember correctly. So that might be why.
Put with the most entitled, vile bullies. All right, so here's the deal. A Marvel Rivals team has 6 players. There are different heroes with different roles, and you can use
and everyone hates triple support. I remember triple support being a thing.
The best strategy is pretty
because like literally no one dies because you're just like healers. Like everyone's just perpetually healing each other in ults. It's horrible.
It involves having half your team.
Like this made me want to quit Marvel Rivals, and I think it's still a thing, which sucks.
There's not really much you can do to counter a team like this. Everyone has been using it to rank up. It's actually very similar to what happened with Overwatch 1.
It's like you just kind of combine ults.
To be 3 supports and 3 tanks. Everyone was using it, and you couldn't counter it in any way, shape,
It's also boring, honestly.
Seeing that Kingsman was intending to do his absolute best in this tournament and wanted his team to win, he assumed that his team would also have the same mentality and go with the best meta team possible. Shortly before the tournament would begin, he'd go live on his channel with the intent of scrimming with his team, which meant playing against other teams in this tournament before the tournament began, just to practice. The only person—
Let me move my webcam for this one. He basically said, Lucy, we got the scrims over here. This is some of the footage I've actually not seen so far as well. Like this is like almost like the prequel story over here. I don't really put my things, but he was like, Lucy, we got scrims.
Who had shown up was Cece. He had to go out of his way to contact everyone else in order for them to get there. 2 of the players couldn't even make it. They found replacements for them, but the only players that showed up from his team were Cece, Zazza Stack, and Luciyasa.
Which,
as you can imagine,
the drama.
scrims went terribly. And I can't remember the last time I had to force myself to watch something this much because of how uncomfortable it was. But I'm not going to be the only one suffering.
It was awkward.
Here. I'm going to show you multiple clips of these scrims so you can understand how terrible the team dynamic was and how vile his teammates were. In this first
I've seen some of these clips, they were horrible.
Shock when his teammates tell him they don't intend to run the best meta team composition.
And that would tell me, if I want to win, this would tell me. That's why everyone agreed with Kingsman.
Players, this was pretty much similar to saying, hey, we're going to throw the game on purpose. Watch.
We're not going to run triple support for the tournament?
No, we're not.
Where did you get that idea?
I've seen this clip, yeah.
Gee, we lost. What?
Right, where is this?
No, he's muting himself though. He's like trying to tell chat.
We don't play. Okay, well, this is going to be a hard tourney then.
Yeah, you like.
You just think it's gonna be a hard game.
No, guys, I want to try hard this tourney, but
if you don't run triple support, like hard meta, we're never winning.
it's a $40,000 tourney, guys.
He's like, bro, we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. We gotta win.
Meta characters, other people gonna be playing off meta too. Like,
this is giving me. I've seen so many of these like clips, and I've reported on so much of it, like for YouTube, everything. This is giving me like PTSD of like the gaslighting and the stubbornness, especially because we know the situation got so much worse. It's like almost reliving like the first vibe. Like I feel gross.
have a very different mentality than like other teams. Like,
Even someone's like, why are they like this? Avoid.
Yeah.
The other teams will just walk out with full.
Thank you.
Just bear in mind, we're still in the complete beginning of the script.
Yeah, this is like
the first game they're playing
the first like 5 minutes.
The only person attempting to take him seriously was someone who wasn't even on the team. They were there as a replacement. The people arguing with him are both Cece and Luciyasa, who kind of sound similar, as well as Zazza Stack. She's the one with the Australian accent. And from
I think Zaza was the worst one, dude.
Even though Kingsman is one of the best players
They're all kind of bad.
in the game. Still though,
so
you don't
crazy.
get to Kingsman's level of skill if you just gave up easily. So he kept trying to talk sense into his team and only kept getting shut down.
It's nuts.
Talk some sense into these guys because they don't want to run triple support. They're gonna.
Yeah, I think the big thing is because he's like a college kid, so he was trying to like just make the extra money. Like it meant like a little bit more to him for this.
You don't think
for the opportunity?
Will want to run triple support?
No, you can barely get Matthew to play freaking support, let alone for VTuber.
If Matthew's playing for 40 grand, he's gonna play triple support.
And the thing is, dude, like even months ago, people were playing triple support, and they are still doing it. So like, yes, like if you knew the game at all, they're probably gonna be doing triple support if it's like relevant.
As you could tell, he was starting to lose his mind. Guys, there's $40,000 on the line, and you think that people weren't going to use the best meta composition?
I'd be scheming. I'd be doing anything I could.
Seriously, and Zazza Stack was not even attempting to offer to try support.
You'd be until the meta win $1. Yeah,
that
same.
He even offered to play support himself, showing that he was willing to do anything for his team to win.
You gotta respect this,
that
yeah.
His teammates apparently didn't really agree on.
Just because you can, I can learn him too and play
All
him.
I'm saying is we need a bunch
You need 2 tanks though for triple support.
People are telling me that, yeah, I can play second tank. I play strange.
of your chatters that freaking are keyboard Andes, bro.
He would offer to play support. He would offer
Your chatters are keyboard handies, dude. They were not vibing this. Yeah, if I was in a tournament and I need the money, I'm playing like 13 hours a day. I was in a Marvel Rivals tournament and I was practicing. I was like running high, like when I was in Celestial, bro, I was like queuing with like 6 stacks of Celestial, trying to go and like win. I was like, let's practice. I want to practice new characters. I was like talking strats. Like I was messaging people before. We were doing like scrims, and it was like not even for that much money. It was just because like my competition integrity.
Play tank, nothing. Just more disrespect.
And he was just trying to do anything. Like I respect
his
it.
Point, trying to find some sort of compromise with Zazza Stack. His teammates were not having it, and this is what the team captain, the leader here, Cece, had to say to him. An incredible response. Watch.
Yeah. Hold on. Kingsman, you're gonna tilt me, bro. We haven't even played against them yet, bro. chill.
It's important to draft a good composition before the round starts.
Still true.
Before the match starts.
No shit, bro. But you think Zaza's gonna swap after we had this conversation 10 different times?
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you when you keep asking. Like,
I'm telling you right now, she's gonna start on Widow no matter what you say.
I don't even think I've been playing that bad.
Like it makes me sad because they just didn't want to try. I think that was everyone's state. She just didn't want to try.
And our scrims on Widow either. Like,
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I know you won't. I know you're not bad at the character. That's not my point.
I want Zaza.
Not once did Kingsman disrespect Zaza,
He was always nice.
her skill,
He was just trying to win.
her play style, her as a person. His main worry stemmed purely from how the other team was going to counter her character, just naturally, just based on dynamics. Zazza Stack would argue, my performance isn't even that bad. That's going to age like milk, because very shortly after, she would get absolutely pummeled by the enemy team. This is when he would say, do you see my point? This is when he would truly start to get disrespected by his team to the maximum level. Take a look.
It got worse, dude.
Do you see my point? Now imagine Zaza trying to live that, right? It's not gonna happen.
Busy dueling with Spider-Man, bro.
Bro, none of them
Back to
live,
you guys
bro.
now.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Wait, I'm like learning him.
But Bucky
I'm
will.
so for
Bucky
real,
will
bro.
prevent that.
Like, no one is living a 5-man run into their spawn, bro. Kingsman, shut up, bro. Just my God.
They're living
Like, you see how they're so mean? She's like, shut up. Like, but he's like just trying to be like, listen to me. Like, what's happening?
Thank
You
you.
made your point and it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so
All chats are getting annoyed now.
Yeah, by this point, Kingsman's own chat had lost hope. W ego, it's fucking over. Is she dumb? She is so fucking
Like-
mean. Rip, it's over. Yeah, you're
And they actually were like be mean to them because they were, well, you don't have to be mean now, but like at the time, people were like holding them accountable because they really were mean. Like they were actually mean girls.
not sniffing a dollar. You are not getting any money, little bro. The cherry
You're
on
not
top
getting
here
nothing.
was the fact that they would win this game. Purely because the rank 1 Magic, Kingsman, would carry the hell
did
out
pretty
of his
good.
dumbass team.
He still
Zazza
is good.
Stack
I've seen him in
throughout the
tournaments. He's
entire
doing
game
good.
Would only get 2 eliminations.
Yeah, shut
2.
up.
I want to emphasize to you how much of an achievement that is. Getting a kill in this game isn't like in Call of Duty or other FPS
Yeah, it's
games.
so much
If you
easier.
just as much touch an opponent that
Like
ends
you
up
basically get like easy assists. Like the assists count as kills for this game. So like her ratio is really bad.
dying later by your teammate, it counts as a kill. Like literally just doing 1 damage. This meant that throughout the entire game, she only hit 2 different people as a sniper.
Not good. Not good. Not
That's
good.
just how crazy this is. And no one saw this as a problem except for
In the
Kingsman.
moment, you can understand them. You mean the girls? I actually did see the perspective a little bit. Women are scary. Yes. So I don't talk to women, dude. Women are scary. I can see like if someone brings it up a bunch, you kind of just want to be like, hey, like we're not going anywhere. Shut up. Like I did get their point. And if that was it, I'd be like, okay, I can kind of see it a little bit, I guess. But it just got so much worse. It's got so much worse over time.
That's how crazy the situation was. No matter what Kingsman would say, how he tried to formulate a sentence, how he would try to get the point across, he would always be disrespected. Like in this clip, watch.
Just save your breath.
Because I'm not swapping over Black
Yeah,
Widow.
yeah.
Okay, then we lost the tournament.
You don't
GG, go next.
understand that,
That's literally how it
bro.
works.
It's not happening, bro.
Oh my god, I just
gotta
talked about this fucking conversation now.
Nah, bro. And he's gonna make another video, bro, for sure.
Yeah, you're
No, this is an important conversation.
He just wants to win.
This is
You want to see something really ironic? As soon as this game started, literally as soon as this game started, one of the first people who died was Cece, and then
There's one. Little one.
Zaza stack immediately by Spider-Man. By the way, I just want to emphasize, Cece had told
And this is the whole point, because he's like, you're gonna get dove, you're gonna get murdered, and you're gonna lose your character, and then we're down a person, and it like literally happens like in the middle of them fighting. It's like the perfect karma at the same
Kingsman
like
specifically,
moment, you know?
when they had the call before starting scrims, that Zaza was great at taking out Spider-Man. That's why she's Widow. You want to see something even more ironic? Kingsman would get 18 eliminations, carrying the hell out of his team
dude,
again.
This is where people got mad, because look at the KD, dude. Is Black Widow broken? No, Black Widow's really bad. It's kind of like having like that one, I think, is it like literally Black Widow 2 in Overwatch? I forgot the name of her. I feel like I should. Like the purple lady in Overwatch, it's pretty much the same exact character, you know? What I can't fathom is how these two got into the tournament. In their defense, I don't think they were that bad. Yeah, Widowmaker. So like, it's good, but you have to hit it, and the issue is she's also Australian, so she has a massive ping, so it's really hard to get like a good flick shot and like defend it, you know? So it's a little rougher. Like, she literally went 0-5, and I think these are some of the moments where everyone's like, bro, like this dude has 18 kills, you are at 0, and you're still sassing him, and everything that he's saying was about to happen was happening. Like he was right the entire time. It's like basically being like, hey, slow down, there's gonna be a cop around the corner. And they're like, I know how to drive. And then you keep driving, and then there's a cop around the corner, you get pulled over, and you're sitting there next to your girlfriend who is driving randomly, and you're like, oh, babe, why do you not listen to me? Like,
While Zaza stack couldn't even hit one person. 0 kills.
We should
as
play
a
Marvel
sniper,
Rivals again.
5
I am down.
deaths and 0 assists. Assists are
I have the
purely
craving.
for
After
healers.
dealing with all
People
this,
give
I
you
want to play
buffs,
it.
And if you get a kill, they get an assist. Zaza couldn't hit a single enemy that died this game. A single one.
Not a single
he would
one.
keep emphasizing his
Oh,
arguments.
God.
The fact that he went against #1 Black Widows in games and saw that they couldn't handle certain compositions. He really tried to get the point across that it's not Zaza stack that he has a problem with. It's
He
purely
was nice.
the character pick. Still nothing. This would all culminate in one of the most disrespectful things that were said to him by the team captain. And since she was streaming too, might as well show you her perspective while she was saying it. Watch.
We are running into Snake Case 16. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. You're making me mad, bro. We've been playing against Snake Case 16. This is their team. The only difference is one support player, bro. We won. Shut up now, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. This is fucking getting annoying, and you're making Zaza sad. Like, it's not gonna happen. She's gonna play Black Widow, so just shut up for 2 seconds and just play this goddamn scrim. Like, I don't get it, bro. Thank you.
Like, it's mean. It's mean. Like, I get it,
Oh
but I
my
don't get
God.
it.
Like, just shut up, bro. Like, we're not gonna
Against their
swap.
team, if you're concerned about their dive, you just trade back.
What an incredible display by the team captain who's meant to keep order, who's meant to understand all the perspectives in her team and find a middle ground. In her mind, she probably thought, Slay Queen, I'm being a girl boss
Dude.
right now. In reality,
I want to show you guys this because I made a video on this the other day. Dude, they literally, there's like pay pigs for her now, for the Cece girl. It's literally crazy. Like, I literally want to show you them. They're like, oh my God, I just got paid. Time for me to go and give my girl all my money. Like, let me chime in for this. I'm scrolling on my notes to show you guys some of these tweets because they're crazy. It's literally like these tweets. Another successful stream for Goddess Cece. She got tons of subs and gifts too. Vaguely mentions us. She deserves them more every day. Keep giving her everything you own every day, every stream. And they get worse, you know, too, as well. It's like, some of these are nuts. You know, even as a lesbian who likes and supports men, Cece did nothing wrong. And if you think so, you're an incel. Pump the Goddess Cece. And like, they're literally like, I just got paid. It's time for me to go and give all my money to Cece. Like, it's crazy, dude. Now, obviously, some people are getting mad. Obviously, they're like, hey, like, you're doing all this stuff, blah, 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 at the end of the day. But I saw some crazy tweets, dude. I saw some crazy comments. Like here's CCisms. Like, oh, sir, you're uncomfortable that I'm taking no for an answer, which we'll get to, or whatever. Like Cece was right. There is people, dude. She was like so perfect. Like some of this stuff is crazy, dude. Like it was like the Scottish Cece catfish, bro. Cece's wallet. All that money in your account should go to her, shouldn't it? You know she deserves it more than you do, so go ahead and open up her PayPal and get to sending, loser. Like, bro, like this was like, I'm telling you all, this gossip was nuts, dude. This gossip has been absolutely crazy, dude. Where's our stuff? Like, there is so many accounts that are doing this.
She was being a nasty bully. Not just her, though, the other two girls as well. Out of all the scrims, this team
people online are crazy, dude. Like trolls or whatever. They're nuts.
Zaza would do well on the last one. Kingsman would carry every single game. That's not an exaggeration.
Kingsman was good, dude.
He was really carrying his team hard. But it just so happened that Zaza got MVP once. Here's how his team reacted. Look for yourself. I mean, this is really the last straw here.
2-2.
Job. Talk shit to Kingsman now, Zaza.
I don't talk shit. I just tell people to shut up when they're talking shit. That's all.
Oh, that was horrible.
I didn't talk shit at all.
Oh, dude, oh, so, oh, dude, oh.
Did I talk shit?
Look at her strut down this runway. Look at her strut down this one. Shush, Kingsman, you're not allowed to talk.
Shush, Kingsman, you're not allowed to talk. But I think they were being mean, though, dude. Dude, this is nuts, but the feet, though, gasp. I respect it. Some people like the grippers. You know what's wrong with that? Hey, yo.
You know,
Yeah,
being a
that's
bit
normally
icky.
how it goes.
That's all.
You're not the only one.
Like
Yeah,
I'm playing
I'm sorry,
fine
guys.
now
I'm just
because
really,
it's been a
I'm
couple
just a
games
terrible
since that,
person.
you know?
Support me.
You're not a terrible person. It doesn't make you a terrible person.
I think
Fucking
everyone
ridiculous.
on this team
Just be
understands
nice. Like,
your
just be chill. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
sorry, I'm
get
just-
your
I'm
passion
just so
to it as
negative.
well, and like,
You can never send feet people.
really
I'm not a foot guy.
intention.
Is this what people want for like reaction content? I'm not a foot guy myself. I just never know what you're supposed to do with feet. Like, do you want the girl to like step on you? Do you want to smell the feet? Do you want to like shove the toes in like your mouth? Like, what is the purpose of the feetsies, you know? Like, I've said this story before. I've had like ex-girlfriends and I'm like, can you send me a picture of your feet? I just want to know if I like feet. And then they'll send me a picture of their feet. Like they like did their nails or something. And I'll look at it and be like, yeah, it's not doing anything for me. So respect to my ex-girlfriends who sent me random feet pics when I asked for feet pics, like good girls. But like, I was like, bro, like, I don't know. Like, why do people like feet? Like, what's the vibe, dude? Like, I'm a thigh guy, you know, if anything. Like, I got like some good thigh, you know, just saying.
Actually throwing because if people are being icky.
I think I'm just gonna.
But they're down to wait for us.
Whatever. I want money. I'm still gonna play. I'm really.
Bro.
I think he's about to leave, you know, he's out.
Or do you want to just like,
I'll leave them
like
By this point, I really want to emphasize just how professional Kingsman has
Wait,
remained.
it's crazy because some person in the chat literally said, want him to kiss her feet too.
Throughout this entire thing.
I want to
Compared to the
understand.
average person, I mean, hell, compared to me, in his shoes, I would have already crashed out a long time ago. I mean, she was over here saying that she was throwing on purpose.
You think it's their
because he was
voice making them
being
sound
icky to
worse?
her,
Well, they like
and that
quadruple
once he
down
finally
kind of
shut
bad.
up,
They
she
started
could
lying
perform
too.
Well, we all know that's a lie. She couldn't even get one kill. So why did Kingsman actually stay?
Like, we know the full situation because I covered a lot. Like, these girls were actually mean people. Like, they were lying. One of them was a racist. The other people were just spamming ads. Like, they never took any accountability. It was really bad. I like women how I like chicken. Thighs, skin on bone. If anyone actually watches this video on YouTube, I hope it's an FBI agent and they look into your username.
And deal with this disgusting disrespect, this bullying. Well, he would explain it himself. Eventually, the streams would end. He'd leave to continue
like,
playing
oh, hi,
ranked, and then he
YouTube.
would tell his stream straight up.
I'm just here to win the tournament. You know. I need that money. I'm fucking broke. I like money.
And this was before all the drama happened too. He's literally just being straight up. He's like, hey, I'm in college. I need the money.
And $3,000 or $40,000, which has a prize pool for first place of $3,000.
Which I get.
Is
Like,
a lot
I'm
of
with
money
it.
for me. I could really use that to help pay my college. You know, college tuition is very expensive.
So that's what it was. A lot of people can relate to this.
Yeah, I agree.
College tuition is crippling debt to just about anyone in the US. And on top of that, winning $3,000 would also mean that maybe you don't have to eat cup noodles every day. When you're a full-time student who doesn't work
Ramen's
a part-time
good,
job on the
but
side,
it gets old quick.
$3,000 can really make or break an entire year of studies. Every dollar counts, which is why he was willing to deal with this blatant disrespect, all for the sake of maybe paying off some of his college loans.
And the fun thing is he's made probably like I said, over $100,000, probably more. And we'll probably make a lot of money this year too. I like money too. I love money. Like, I mean, I just want to spend my money, get a small little house, and get a wife and a dog, dude.
Unfortunately, though, even after dealing
That's all
with
I
so
want.
much
Make sure my mom's
disrespect,
taken
so much
care of.
blatant bullying, it would all prove to be
Like any
for
ads you guys
nothing,
see or
because he wouldn't even
sponsors
get
or
an
whatever, it's all for my
opportunity
mom at this point. I want to make sure she could like retire
Shortly
at some
after
point.
telling his chat why winning is such a big deal for him, he'd go AFK for a few minutes, come back, and announce something so ridiculous that it would make anyone's blood boil.
I'm not gonna buy a wife.
I was just kicked out of the tournament. Well, unfortunate. Yep.
And everyone in the chat obviously was like, what is going on? Because it was a little testy, yeah. But he just truly was trying to win, you know? And they were being kind of mean to him at the end of the day. But they tried to backstep him and kick him out.
I've been messaging Bazim for the past like 20 minutes and there's nothing to do. I just gotta get removed, I guess. Wow. What a joke, bro. I mean, like, that's just insane. I can't. Unreal, bro, unreal. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Wow.
As you can see, his chat was absolutely shocked. Anyone with a brain cell would be shocked. And Kingsman was speechless. Kicked for what? Enduring bullying? Wanting your team to win? Giving advice from your own experience playing in the highest ranks? And to top it all off, the reason for him being kicked wasn't specified to the public. The tournament organizer, Basim ZB, would give a very vague answer when asked why he was kicked.
And I'm sure it's going to get like covered in the video, but they actually quote unquote took a lot of things out of context. You think he should not have been kicked over that? Yes, I think a lot of people agree. Yeah, it was like there was like some tussle on both ends in this situation. Like you could be like, okay, like gamer bro trying to be too hard, whatever. Like with just that alone by itself. Yeah, it was just a heated moment. Yeah. So just by itself, it wasn't bad, but it was like a little awkward, sure. And that's where it gets a lot worse because like these women like quadrupled down and never said sorry, started lying about stuff. And even the tournament organizer was like, he got lied to. Like he felt like he got lied to and blindsided from this. And that's why he got kicked. So it does get a lot worse.
He made it sound like something that was completely unforgivable. This didn't help at all because it only fueled rumors and theories that were way worse than what actually occurred.
It went
See
viral.
for
Dude.
yourself.
I made. This is my decision. He was kicked out was, you know, for violating rules. All right, I'm gonna just say that because I mean I'm keeping it as respectful as possible. All right, I'm a tournament host,
but it was all
there
stream.
Is a level of creator respect, and this is not. I'm saying like somebody calls somebody a poopy head.
Yeah, it was almost like a witch hunt. Yeah,
there's reasons for this. Okay, and it's not just a one-time thing because I understand warning is not an option. No, because if there's warnings, everybody's gonna get warnings. There's a zero tolerance policy. He wants to play and he wants to win and he wants a lot of people to switch to different team comps. I understand he wants to win. I get it. You cannot avoid the fact it was very toxic. There's a lot of different things. All right. I understand. I was a college student once too, bro. I get it. I got no personal beef with Kingsman. I got no beef with Kingsman. I got no beef with anybody.
I got no beef with Kingsman. But at the same time, what he did was unforgivable.
Yeah, people were calling him out. He has since apologized though. This guy has since apologized and owned up to it. And even like, yeah, you can I absolutely give one warning for mildly toxic behavior. I would agree. Like if it wasn't that bad, he could be like, hey, you guys got to get more together. And that's also why this dude got a lot of flack. Because like I said, I think apparently the clips were like taken out of context and he even on his stream said he got lied to as well. So he was kind of like a victim sort of, but not really. I mean, he was kind of a part about, you know, but like this guy, he was, I think, just trying to do the best with what he knew at the time.
He did has a zero tolerance policy. He doesn't even deserve a warning.
And no warnings like for like physical threats or sexual harassment. Yes. Like if it's something actually bad. Like if this Kingsman was sending like DMs to like Zaza being like, girl, your voice is like, baby. Like, yeah, I'd probably get rid of the dude instantly. But like for like a tussle over like how to do handles and like quote unquote toxic gaming, I think I agree with you. Like you should definitely, you can send him a message and be like, hey, maybe we'll put you on a different team, maybe swap people around. Like I could see that working out.
Immediate kick. That's just how bad it is. Look, it was obvious he was trying to
made him
quell
look
down
bad.
the flames, but this did nothing but put fuel on it. It was handled horribly.
Hopefully no one clips that. But I guess it might be on a YouTube video, so I don't want people to ever like, oh guys, I forgot that. That's not YouTube.
I opened up the chat and I immediately see Cece saying I was shit talking the tourney and my members, and all I gotta say is,
and yeah, this is where she was lying a little bit, dude. Like I didn't cover this as much because I kind of joined like a day into it, so like the full thing. But like Basim ultimately just didn't with the disrespect, which he never was, sort of.
I gotta say
mostly.
is I tried
he was just being competitive, you know, there's a difference.
Be so polite the whole tournament, and
he said Kingsman muted and was saying toxic stuff about the team. which he really didn't. He was just like, we're just not going to win.
Literally, have been so respectful of Basm. I've been
ranked up. Let's go.
I've been promoting this tournament for weeks.
So I think
and
there's also a guy
obviously,
involved
maybe
too,
there was a joke
like
in
Zaza's
passing.
boyfriend.
I mean, like 5 minutes ago,
So make sure of
I
everyone.
literally heard you say this tournament's gonna be dog shit, bro. Like, because there's no bans. Obviously, there's jokes in passing, but all I'm gonna say is one of my viewers showed me that 20 minutes before I got kicked, Cece said she had to go do something real quick.
So this was
And this is where it got juicy because she was like, everyone was like, hey, you're probably messaging the tournament host and like, you know, getting a secret call with the guy.
He's been talking to another streamer about his kick, arguing that there was nothing he said that was worse than what others have been saying throughout the tournament. Also showcasing to us that Cece has been talking shit behind his back even after he was kicked, adding that she might have had something to do with this kick because she went AFK on her stream to talk to Basm on a phone call. And finally, Kingsman went as far as having to explain to people that he was not a
And people were trying to be mean too. Look, how many viewers does this Kingsman guy average in viewers? 10? Like, he definitely had more than 10 at the time, like 200.
misogynist.
His chat was so horrible. So I'm trying to show you guys again.
To talk to Basm on a phone call. And finally,
I just have one more thing to say. His chat's so horrible, so misogynistic, but they clearly feel comfortable talking like that in his chat. That's obviously how Kingsman acts and runs. Never once has he told chat to stop. He's truly a piece of I recommend just not replying to people who mention him. Just ignore them. Like, people are being mean, dude.
Kingsman went as far as having to explain to people that he was not a misogynist. Zaza Stack would complain to her Discord about how toxic he was to her, and someone would just
Cece
randomly
was a
say
racist.
that Kingsman's chat was misogynistic.
She said she hated
but they were
black
a
people.
reflection of his misogyny. That him asking Zaza, someone who can't even get
It's
one
horrible.
kill in an entire game, to switch to another hero, was him being misogynistic. And since
it
Basm
really
CB,
wasn't.
the organizer of the tournament, refused to elaborate on why he was kicked, these rumors were running wild. It was so unfortunate. I mean, the guy did nothing wrong.
So the dude just
His
wants to
name was
clear his
being
name, you
ran
know?
through the mud. This is why after being kicked, he would decide to make a 1 hour, 16-minute video titled "I was kicked from a $40,000 tournament."
And this is where it got
He
even more
uploaded on
crazy.
January 18th, and it would quickly go mega viral, being spread everywhere on social media.
Like,
all the clips that we watched so far were from his video. But what's really sad here isn't just how he was disrespected by these people he had just met recently. It's also the fact that someone he considered a friend, Luciyasa, someone he was excited to play with, also talked
This was the one that hurt me the most, because this Luciyasa person was like, they played and duoed together before, and she was like mocking the dude and was like making up, like just being mean.
behind his back. I mean, this is what he had to say when he found out he was on the same
Using
team
views to
as
prove
her.
someone
Look
wrong
at
is
this.
cringe. Yeah, that's
Lucy?
horrible.
Yes, it's winnable.
And he was all happy,
actually,
dude.
wait,
Like,
that's
I remember
actually
this.
fire.
He was all
This is winnable.
happy.
We win this. This is actually doable. Me and Lucy are on the same team. $40,000 tournament. There's no way she's gonna throw. So that means we're gonna actually win. That's actually doable.
Like, he
Okay,
liked the
Cece's
girl,
got
dude.
A good draft. Good draft. Oh, he picked that.
She was there during the scrims, by the way. She had nothing to say to defend him. In fact, she decided to side with Cece and Zaza Stack. And here's what she would say behind his back on her own stream. Watch.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
When I first saw that, I cringed so hard. Also, the Cece girl instantly kicked this girl. Like, for stuff that maybe is not this Musion video, I made a video on that. The Cece girl, like, saw this and, like, compared him to Israel in a second, and she just kicked the girl. She's like, I'm out, dude.
Yeah, we were dealing with some of the most vile, disgusting bullies.
6'7". I hate that
People
so
who had
much.
no empathy, no
Like, I hate it.
understanding, and no
Ugh.
respect. Not just because Kingsman was a top 1 player, but because he was a human being, another person. But regardless, the tournament would still go on. Cece would be asked on stream why Kingsman was kicked.
6'7".
And she would again run his name through the mud with Luciyasa in front of her viewers. Watch.
What happened with Kingsman getting kicked?
So like Boston pulled me aside and was just like, a lot of people were coming to him,
Which also can kind of confirm that they were talking, you know?
like,
I mean, never
Chatterson's
knew, but, like, still.
stuff. We're showing him clips of him like saying disrespectful things about the tournament, like us as a team, and like saying we were gonna lose and all that stuff. And like Boston was just not having it, and so he asked me, and I was just like, it's kind of just like, if you think so. But
Blaming him
apparently he
now
was,
too, you know?
meeting in like while we were in Discord, and then saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose, and these guys, my team sucks. And then he was talking about like how some other tournament he's in was like way better. And I think Basm was just not taking that disrespect. And low-key, like, I didn't want that disrespect either. Like, I didn't want someone on the team that was just constantly gonna like shit talk us to his chat. So I was just like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
But
that was like mad disrespectful.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, how dare he do you the courtesy of muting himself when he's about to lash out, staying respectful with you even after you told him multiple times to shut the fuck up in front of a live audience.
When you put it that way, yeah.
Also not ignore the fact that when Basim told her he was intending to kick him, she had zero protest. I mean, seriously, with teammates like this, who needs enemies? Now, in the timeline of these events, the video had gotten tens of thousands of views and then hundreds of thousands.
It went viral, dude.
Million. The Marvel Rivals community was outraged at this behavior, and it was starting to reach the mainstream. It was clear, Cece wasn't acting like this for the first time in her life. She's someone who is generally vile.
She was
bullies
mean.
people all the time.
She was bad.
And this was her first time being caught, the first time facing consequences. So in the face of these consequences, she decides to make her own response to Kingsman's video on YouTube. The result? One of the worst disliked videos in YouTube's history.
Okay, maybe that's
Barely
a little dramatic,
24
but
hours after Kingsman's video
ratio's
got
not
uploaded,
good.
Cece would upload her own video titled "The Truth Behind the $40,000 Tournament." It's currently sitting at 1,200 likes.
That's a horrible ratio, dude. It's so bad.
60,000 dislikes. 60,000 comments.
People were
And as you can
invested,
guess,
dude.
the
I was
majority
invested.
Of them are not on her side.
Nope.
Now, one of the first things that Cece addresses here was why and how Kingsman got kicked. She'd argued that this wasn't about what Kingsman was saying. This was about how he said it, how it was affecting team performance, how it was bringing down their mental. She'd then talk about her phone call with a tournament organizer. According to her, Basim ZB would message her to talk. He'd say that he just so happened to have come across a bunch of clips and messages from Kingsman, which made him want to kick him. Cece would then go ahead and not object, but does admit that looking back, maybe a warning would have been enough. Now, I
Yeah, after the fact, and then they also had Boston being like, "Oh, this is a one and done."
really want you to listen to this part in particular. This is her arguing in Zaza's favor. Look at this argument she's making here as to why Zaza sucked so much. Watch.
I want you guys to understand, she was gonna go 0-5 no matter what she played. Why? Because Kingsman was breathing down her neck, in her ear, for the last 30 minutes. She wasn't focused, she wasn't locked in, she wasn't going to play well no matter what she played. So you guys are like, that was her game. That was her game to show off. That was her chance to prove that it worked. No, it wasn't. Because during that time, Kingsman was still down her ear. We finish that map and we go into the next game and we're still arguing about it. At that point, I have to put my foot down as a captain. And yes, I told him to STF you. But you have to understand, this is after an hour of dragging this conversation on, an hour of me asking him to drop this topic, an hour of just continuous arguing in the team. Yes, I finally told him to STF you.
I've never heard someone just say STFU before.
This is why I took the time in the beginning of this video to show you these clips. From her perspective, she's making him seem to be someone unreasonable, someone who can't shut up.
And yeah, he did seem pretty chill. He was like, whatever, I could deal with it. Like, I mean, like, they have like some validity. Like, if someone's like trying to tell you, like, change, you get pressured, you do get pressured. So, like, she is valid on that one, but just everything else just proved it just wasn't who she really was.
Though, the only thing he wanted was some sort of a compromise. In between those clips of him talking
It
were
didn't seem
way
bad.
longer play sessions with him not even breaching the topic. Zaza still could not hit a single enemy. Again, dude, getting a kill in this game is the easiest thing you can do. You just have to assist. But guys, she had to put her foot down. She had to tell him to shut the fuck up in front of the teammates and the viewers watching. They're suspecting him in front of thousands of people. And by the way, if you're confused about her voice because she doesn't usually sound like this, yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. She's making this voice on purpose to appear more innocent. Next up, of course, I'm sure you've seen some memes about the vibes. She'd make this argument. Watch for yourself.
From day one, I told Kingsman, rule number 1, don't tilt my team, and rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the team, because we're going to lose. A lot of
And
you
it's
guys
not like
are
a meme.
underestimating
It's like we're playing for the
how
vibes, dude.
important vibes are in a team scenario. At the highest level of competitive esports, tier 1 esports, you will get booted from a team simply because your team doesn't like you. Even if you're performing, even if
That's
you're doing
not
well,
always
if
true.
the team synergy isn't there, you're not coming back for another season.
Bro, how dare you ruin the vibes?
You gotta
How
play
dare
for the
you?
vibes,
How
bro.
dare you, as a
This
number
is,
one player,
Cece.
give our team free advice to win $40,000.
This is one of the
and
team captain of it all.
The vibes. She'd have an entire segment called accountability, but throughout this whole video, she never once apologized to him. In fact,
And that's,
during the scrims,
I almost feel like at this point, we still have never seen a proper apology from any of these people. And it's been like a week or 2 weeks. I don't know how, it's been way too long. It's been dragged way too long. Like, they still have not said sorry anywhere.
she called him a loser as she was muted.
One of the girls quit the internet. Like, she's just gone.
Right? And bear in mind, she had blamed him for muting and saying they were going to lose. Watch.
Character? No, I know,
Populo,
bro. Everyone thinks this guy's.
I have no idea.
Exploder,
He's a
like a
loser.
bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna play Widow.
Now look, I don't know what
It's over
you
from
think
Mugen.
about this, but in my opinion, this is the exact toxicity that Kingsman was blamed for and kicked without warning for.
It was also crazy
So as I
too because they
said,
had like the sad piano music in the background.
Cece had a
Or
whole
violin.
section called accountability. She also had a section called loser, which was way longer. Did she apologize to
Loser.
him for this absolutely blatant toxicity? Well, as you might have guessed, no. If anything, she doubled down on it. Watch.
Yes, I did read out the chat. Because when I'm looking to my right, I'm reading chat that called him a loser. And then I
Like, bro,
repeated
you
it.
can't do
I
that.
shouldn't have read out that chat because it was disrespectful. That's very hypocritical of me to say that about Kingsman and
He's
then
a
say that
loser.
loud. That's on me. But I will double down and say replace the term loser with being disrespectful. With asshole
Like, it doesn't
or
work
rude.
like that.
And that's my point.
It's like, I hate you. Okay, change that word with like, I'm just annoyed. It's like, it just doesn't work like that.
I don't think Kingsman's a loser. I think he's a good player who
Good
just
though.
wants to win. I
Yeah,
think
okay, I couldn't say.
I said that because Kingsman was being a loser. You just criticized and demoralized my teammate for an hour, repeatedly ignoring our mentions to stop. Like, that's loser behavior. You're being a loser for that. And I'm going to say it again. If you make someone sad for an hour, despite people telling you to stop, that's being a loser. And none of you guys in the chats could even you guys were trying to justify that. There's no justification.
The funny thing is, like, she does kind of have a point. Sort of. Like, you don't want to be like a negative Nancy. You don't want to be like passive aggressive. You don't want to be like the dude who's like, oh my god, you're horrible. But he was only bringing it up because some of the situations was like literally live. He's like, hey, if you're like, Spider-Man's gonna dive you, so be careful. And then Spider-Man dove them, and he's like, that's what I meant. Like, it's like you almost have to say it. You almost have to be like, this is the example as like a learning experience, you know, or like showcasing up why it's bad. So he was never really being that bad, in my opinion.
For being an asshole. That's just what that was.
Yeah, I know. This gaslighting
It was also
is
like a
insane.
1v5.
Yeah, well, it gets
Yeah,
worse
exactly.
because now she's saying it wasn't a personal attack.
But it was.
What is,
Just call him a
what-
loser.
Please
Like-
explain to me what it is when I call someone a loser.
Yeah, like, exactly,
It wasn't
dude.
a personal attack on Kingsman. If Kingsman brought up the Bass and be like, yo, this was a personal attack on me, I would have argued. I was like, no, that's not a personal attack. That's just facts.
You called him a loser,
Of
dude.
course
Like,
you would have argued because you're a gaslighting, manipulative bully. I mean, how
She
can
was
you
bad.
sit here, record this, and publish this saying, oh, yeah, you know, calling him a loser, you know, replace that term with something else, and then continue and say, actually, you know what? No. If you bully someone for an hour, you are a loser. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
it's
am I
crazy, dude.
watching? Yeah, I'm sure you're not surprised by now why this video got so many dislikes and so many negative comments.
Mm-hmm.
The bully got caught for the first time maybe in her life, faced consequences for the first time, tried to use the same tactics she always used, but this time it failed horrendously.
And there's also proof too, and that's what made everything so much harder.
But before we move on from this video, I want to mention something that not many are
Thank God they
mentioning
did.
at all, actually. At the end of her video, she would have a clip of around 1.5 minutes, in which Entei, a Marvel Rivals drama-centered TikTok content creator, would talk to Kingsman on stream shortly after he was kicked from the tournament. This guy wouldn't really be on Kingsman's side. He'd tell him that he was overstepping, that he was being extra. One could even say that he was siding with Cece and Zaza
You say anything, I'm
well
gonna shut you down.
Luciyasa. This is why Cece felt so compelled to include it at the end of her video, titling this segment, Entei Preach. Just like everything we've watched so far, it's painful, but necessary. Watch.
Kingsman, what I'm trying to get you to understand,
Even
though,
in these
is that,
scenarios,
listen,
I am not.
listen, it's not just Zaza that you're affecting in this. It's also affecting Cece and your entire team synergy, because you're complaining about a comp that
Yeah,
they
but we
clearly
were
don't want to run.
synergized. We still
Okay,
synergized. We
fine.
had a
Then you
game.
drop it. Then you drop
Exactly.
it. Then you
exactly.
drop it.
Exactly.
Bro.
I didn't say anything on the last game. I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, he was just like, I'll just keep practicing.
You said enough, bro. Dog, listen, I'm trying to help you. You did say a lot, man. You said
This
a
guy
lot.
was not helping,
and like
dude.
I said, I'm gonna be there for you, because you getting kicked out the tournament is stupid. I get it, but you were overstepping.
He did drop it, though, too. He was like, oh, we'll keep playing.
The entire time. So you can't get mad when all the overstepping that you have done for the past several days.
Brother, we've had one day of scrims after a draft.
Yeah, it really seemed like the entire world was against Kingsman. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I would have gone
There
mad.
is a
Like,
lot.
Am I really that crazy? Am I really that insane with everyone telling me I'm a terrible person? Kingsman would then go ahead and ask Entei not to make a drama TikTok about this until he can release his video. He respected that wish. So after Kingsman's video dropped, Entei would drop his own video on his TikTok. And again, even though he was kind of giving the impression that he was Kingsman's friend, it was very obvious that he was taking the side of Cece, Zaza, and Luciyasa.
We're
Look at the
juicy,
things he was
dude.
saying here. Some very weird takes, like this one. Watch.
The event itself skyrocketed rivals to the front page at Twitch, and they had over 100,000 viewers combined, I believe. Mind you, most of the guys that are in this tournament are partnered on Twitch. If you ran ads during this event, you got bank.
You were making
I will
money.
say Kingsman played his cards correctly. Paint yourself as the victim in the situation. You got kicked from a $40,000 tournament, even though you were guaranteed to get paid anyway. Make yourself look like the victim. The rest of your teammates were bullying you, and I would believe that if I didn't have the full context.
Yeah, man.
How do you return the free high guard drop I got from my stream? Dude, I didn't really even hate high guard that bad. The game wasn't that bad, bro. Like, they just had a 5v5 mode. It actually looked pretty good. I'd play it more.
He played his cards right, making himself look like the victim.
I liked
this
it.
20-year-old broke college student who just wanted to
He was
win some money in
an
the
actual
tournament and wanted
victim.
to do his
I felt bad
best.
for the guy.
Definitely is a master manipulator. What a great take. It gets better.
Kingsman, he played it smart. He only showed the game where Zaza did bad. One game where Zaza went 0-5, and that was after 2 hours and several days of internet banter and Kingsman talking her character.
Dude, this guy's a
Don't twist my
simp.
words. By character, I mean the Widow character. Stop it. What Kingsman didn't show in his video were the matches that Zaza full carried the entire team. There were a lot of things omitted from Kingsman's video, funnily enough, including dialogue between me and him at the end, where I talked about the cutthroat.
He didn't plan anything. He
I
just
don't think
ended up
Bro
there.
even watched Kingsman's video because at the end you can clearly see Zaza performed very well.
Yeah, make yourself look like the victim or you're the victim. Like, they're literally victim blaming and they're victim gaslighting. Like, it does like victim blaming, but victim gaslighting, bro.
And Kingsman said
Crazy.
absolutely nothing because she performed well. He didn't tell her to switch or play someone else. What did he get in return? The entire team bullying him. He would then flex about how he called him later and told him about how this is a cutthroat business, acting like some sort of sage that he should listen to. You know what? I'm glad he didn't listen to him and made his own video.
Nuts.
Zaza never carried, even in the game where she performed well. Without Kingsman, they wouldn't have won a single game.
And Kingsman
His
was the
comments
GOAT, dude.
all call him out, calling his takes very delusional, very one-sided, and it really emphasized how alone Kingsman was here. How everyone he knew in this community involved in this tournament was just not taking his side. They were all against him, all for clout and superficial business relationships. So no wonder the entire Marvel Rivals community
And dude, everything got like absolutely destroyed by community notes, dude. Yeah, we're recording this reaction for YouTube. So if anyone's watching on YouTube or if I even upload this, shout out to you guys for even watching this far. I'm not sure if the situation's like done so at this point, but this is crazy because there's even new stuff I haven't really seen. Or at least as an in-depth of it all. Like, Mooch, I think, is making a good video for this. Dude, all these, like, I love whenever community notes call out people.
Kingsman.
Like, just destroy him, dude.
The consequences were almost instant. You'd have many viral Twitter threads siding with him and asking themselves how this stupid drama could have gotten this bad. Saying things like, the Kingsman drama is so stupid because in what world do you think he's in the wrong? He's got a teammate acting toxic on Black Widow going 6'8" on 200 ping for $40,000.
This is where I think it gets better.
On
like,
top
it's more
of that, he's
entertaining.
genuinely making good suggestions and they just tell him to shut the fuck up. Y'all got that? Kingsman really better than me because looking at the screen would have driven me to insanity. And here they're showing the fact that Zaza's stack is almost 200 ping. She's also lower ranked than everyone else on the team. All of a sudden, these uncomfortable moments during the scrims
What up,
were
Ark?
getting
Thank you for
picked
the
up
22
by
months, bro.
bigger accounts. Everyone was being made aware of how toxic this truly was towards
Love
him.
you, bro.
I mean,
We're
it
watching
doesn't
the video
take a
right now for
genius. You don't
YouTube.
have to
What up,
watch
what
the
up?
whole video. Just
Thank you
one
for the
clip
sub.
is
I love
enough
you,
to
bud.
understand how disrespectful the dynamics were towards him. Additionally, Cece was being completely called out because it seemed like she was faking her voice on purpose.
She
to
definitely
appear more
was. I know
innocent
some
and
girls who do
soft,
this for
but
sure.
in reality, she sounded completely different on her stream. Here's a comparison. Watch for yourself.
I like a challenge. I like a challenge.
I'm addressing any allegations or anything that's not true.
Every
as well
VTuber
as
I know, like,
included a
fakes
clip
their
that
voice.
Kingsman
It's
left
crazy.
out in his conversation with Entei.
Hey man, what are we doing here? Is this a catfish? Like, what the hell is this? Did she really think people would empathize with her?
I need to
more
make
if
my
she sounded
voice
cuter?
deeper and darker.
The only person who would have liked this is Lakari.
Ah, dude.
It was so
That goober.
pathetic. But speaking of pathetic, there was still a very big question mark about
He's going
how
to jail.
Bassem ZB
Okay, probably
got
not.
a hold of these incriminating clips of Kingsman. Where did they come from? Who was the mastermind?
Yeah, this is where it
behind
gets, like,
Kingsman
crazy.
being
This is where I was, like,
kicked?
all
Well,
up on
I'm
this.
sure it would come as no surprise.
Yeah, this was, I
but
think,
it was none other
Zaza's
than Zaza Stack's
boyfriend. They
would
lived
admit
together.
This himself barely a day after Kingsman's video would drop, posting a Google Doc explaining
They
the
try to
situation
cancel
from
this
his
guy, dude. He,
perspective.
like,
His
oh.
intention, of course, was to minimize the massive wave of hate hitting his girlfriend Zaza Stack, Cece, and eventually Luciyasa.
I went
Instead,
on all
though,
those
he would do
girls'
the
streams
opposite,
for like 5
amplifying
minutes
the
and they
sake
just
by
spammed ads even
1000%
now.
and
Even
getting
after the
caught in
situation's all done.
crossfire
Horrible people.
as well. So this document is 12 pages, and as someone who's had experience reading many of these throughout my YouTube career, I can tell you right now, it was hastily written. There are a lot of grammatical errors, structure.
You can sometimes tell in these Google Docs, like, you want to make it look good. Like, you want to have a good impression. If it looks like you put this in ChatGPT, or like you're just like writing it like a first draft for 2 people, there is almost like a way to make a good Google Doc. Like, not that I hope I ever have to make another one again. I've had to cancel 2 people throughout my years, and they both really deserved it. Like, I don't like that. I don't like cancel culture. Like, I'm always like a forgive and forget. But sometimes you got to make sure you're not looking like a dummy.
That doesn't make much sense, and arguments that are really reaching to the point of delusion. In fact, throughout multiple times in this document, Kaplunk would admit that he's barely slept since the controversy first appeared.
It's not that big of a deal, you know.
Kingsman's video. Here's how he'd started off.
And his end, though.
Hello again, I'm Kaplunk, or Sam. I'm Zaza's boyfriend and currently living with her. I'm involved in the Marvel Rivals community. Seeing the earthquake this has caused, I'm going to explain my part in the Kingsman situation and the catalyst for him being removed from the tournament. I needed to take accountability for what I essentially started because the hate it has caused all involved is eating me away.
Yeah, because you're a bad person.
In Australia, it's the night before the tournament. Yes, the tournament hadn't even begun by this point, by the way. Like, all the games that were played so far were
I think they went 7 out of 8.
Comments are full of hate
like
and threats.
7th out of 8
this has blown up massively for something she had nothing to do.
Like, they did horrible.
After seeing how this
like,
is
really not good.
Zaza, I have decided to explain to the greater community why what happened. After the first day of scrims, I spoke to Zaza about Kingsman's comments, and she was hurt but didn't want to cause any drama. She felt she did well though in the first scrims to be given a chance. But during the second day of scrims and hearing Kingsman go on and on, I hit boiling point and went behind Zaza's back to send clips of Kingsman to Basim's team. I'm going to explain.
So this is where it got crazy because he was faking clips to Basim, the organizer. This dude was playing double agent.
And why I did this with as many clips I could scramble together in 6 hours. It's currently 1 hour away before the tournament.
This dude was an ops,
so look,
bro.
already from the first page, he's making it clear he's fully responsible for what happened. Zaza had no idea. Keep this in mind for later. Then come the clips. Now bear in mind, by the time I was recording this, Kaplunk already privated his Twitter, deleted the doc, and privated the YouTube channel where these clips were uploaded, alright? The only reason I have this right now is because I made a copy knowing that this guy probably doesn't have much of a spine. This isn't really much of a problem though, because most of these arguments that he's making made 0 sense. Kaplunk was trying his best to paint Kingsman as someone who was unreasonable, someone who didn't even attempt to give his girlfriend a chance, even though she somehow deserved it. Like, look, here he would say, the draft went well, and me and Zaza went to Cece's stream where she was talking to Kingsman in her team chat. Immediately, Kingsman was questioning the Zaza pick before even knowing who she was. This is his first reaction when Cece mentioned Zaza from the get-go. Kingsman was complaining about Cece's choice to pick a 190 ping Widow OTP, which stands for One Trick Pony. What's really funny here though is that you don't even have to watch this clip. A 190 ping Widow OTP is enough to trigger anyone who has common sense in this game. This was very reasonable to ask. Kaplunk would then say, he then brought up the money and what it meant to him to win the tournament, where Cece made it known that she wasn't too focused on the money part of the tournament.
They were being mean to him because he wanted to win the money.
This should have set Kingsman's expectations on his team's mindset. Whoa, that's a very bold thing to say. What, did Cece tell him?
I'm gonna go pee right now. This is like a good time because he's kind of just explaining stuff
together, shall we?
Like, this is a clip stuff.
VTuber Annie Pants had
oh my god, it's Annie! I love Annie!
As soon as it dropped.
Wait, Annie's actually cool. Wait, why did you mention Annie? I like Annie a lot. Annie's one of my homies.
So much of the clips were archived on her VOD. Here's this clip in question, titled Price Pool Conversation.
I like Annie. Annie's cool.
Watch.
If it's a draft like this, I just wish the prize pool was more.
I don't know what to say. We'll let her take it away. Annie's cool. I actually like Annie a lot. Like, I would call her one of my friends. I think she's cool.
Like,
so I'm gonna pee really quick. This is like a good time for it.
So people could just have fun and not.
Bro, you get money for just showing up, dude. What do you mean?
Barely.
Yeah, but you get money. That's like 20 bucks. You know what I mean? Wait, 1,000?
First place. Yes, like no, between the teams.
Yeah, so it's like
split 1,006, and then for first place you split $18,000.
Yeah, yeah, big money.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like these tournaments where people just want to have fun. Like,
what was the point of this clip? Like, why was this? How is this a prize pool? They're just here talking about money and how it would have been nice for it to be more. As a broke college student, Kingsman was saying, dude, you get money for showing up. I'm happy with anything. I'm just happy to be in this tournament, but of course I want to give it my best shot. This was one of the first clips that were included in this document, and all it did was show us that Kaplunk was brain dead. He then goes on to show us more clips of Kingsman being concerned about the fact that someone who plays a sniper has 200 ping. Kaplunk was very pissed about this because he'd say, keep in mind he hasn't seen Zaza
this is kind of like info dump time, so it was a good time for me to pee.
As if that's necessary.
I can't believe this guy did this.
200 ping playing a character that no one plays in the pro scene. Kaplunk even includes a moment in which Kingsman's chat was telling him that Zaza was pissed about his comments towards her. Kingsman would then attempt to talk to Zaza in VC to clear it up. Zaza would instead respond in chat. If anything, this just shows that Kingsman was trying his best to be on good terms with his teammates and was just worried about the ping. This document that starts showing us clips that were in Kingsman's video, where he was very reasonably telling them, hey guys, maybe we should switch. Maybe we're gonna get
I don't think he was ever that bad
if we continue like this. Kaplunk would then show us games from the scrims where his girlfriend did well. And then would say, I would like to comment on Kingsman continuing to play magic here into Eshiko's penny. He made it work despite being countered, but made it work. A luxury he does not give Zaza. Yeah, buddy, because he's
like Reddit
number
brain?
1 ranked magic.
In his head it makes sense, but really doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of like
Zaza is diamond. She's not even
brain.
grandmaster. He then says, I will also note
these guys are all
chat,
delusional.
A mod
like this dude just seems like a simp.
To blame Zaza's widow throughout the entire scrim despite her doing well and the enemy team glazing her. This was getting pathetic. The guy was nitpicking the tiniest things and it still wasn't convincing anyone that he was
everyone's like over this. They didn't like it.
Many clips we already watched of Kingsman trying his best to make his team understand, guys, we can't keep going like this. We're gonna get pummeled in the tournament. As we saw earlier, Zaza would of course argue that she's not going to play anyone else but Widow. They win the first game and she got 2 kills, okay? Kaplunk would argue Widow was playing anti-dive this game and she was not a part of the Deadpool rush ults. Her 2 kills were on people diving the backline.
This is like a lot of backstory, but it's relevant, but...
Just bear in mind, this whole game
nothing I can really say.
Like more than 20 minutes, right? The fact that she only killed 2 people, or hell, touched 2 people with her sniper says a lot. But of course, the White Knight will defend his girlfriend no matter what. He'd say, this entire round has played out while arguing and Zaza goes 0-4. This is the first game of the 6 scrims they have done that she has a negative KD and Kingsman crashes out. Let's see how Kingsman crashes out from his perspective. Let's watch.
Firehawk, Firehawk. He dies. Okay, guys. Taste and point proven. Right now. Do you understand?
No, it's well, you've been making me play shit. Of course I'm gonna play.
How do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all,
it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value.
Crashes out. You know what?
Annie. I like
think
Annie.
Anyone who was reasonable, who had common sense, and who wanted to win this tournament would have done way worse than what he did. The mental gymnastics that Kaplunk was pulling here were out of this world. And this is when the White Knight would step in. He'd say, this is where I come in. I was watching this, and I had been clipping on an alt account since—
Bro, this guy just seems crazy. This dude seems like a stalker. I'm on my alt account trying to get all these clips when people start insulting my girlfriend. It's like, bro, chill.
The start of the VOD when the
I've had good vibes with Annie. I like her.
I then messaged a member of production I know and told him to get Basim to watch Kingsman's stream. I went behind Zaza's back to do this. She was still in the scrim and didn't know what I was doing from the next room.
This guy is such a White Knight, dude.
Clips to Basim with the context of everything since draft day. Here we can see DMs between Kaplunk and one of the members of production. Kaplunk would start off the DM saying, are you around? If you are, lurk Cece or Kingsman streams. He'd say, okay, what's going on? Kaplunk would say, Kingsman is out to get Zaza, telling her she can't play Widow. He needs the money and to play triple support. The crew member would say she's not a support player. Kaplunk would say, yeah, it's pissing me off. He's been on to her since the draft, and she hasn't wanted to stir the pot, but he is slandering her in front of his 200 viewers. Crew member would say, like, is he talking shit when unmuted to his team? Kaplunk would say, I'll lurk just his stream to see. Crew member would say, did Cece mute Kingsman on her stream or something? Kaplunk would say, I don't think so. They have been at it for at least the last hour. It's between matches and rounds, it flares up again. He'd then say, there's a clip I'll get from the VOD later where he's just talking about the money. Send this to Basim and Cece. While they talk, they will want to see it. Dude, again, how dare he care about the money? Like, how dare he? How dare he get into a tournament with a $40,000 prize pool and care about winning? What a disgusting piece of shit. He'd then continue the document and say, I didn't tell Zaza what I was doing because she hates drama and she wouldn't want it to blow up like it has. Since draft day, I was lurking Kingsman and Cece's stream. Zaza was being targeted from the get-go with no prior knowledge of her gameplay. This crash out was the last straw for me. I was unable to hold my bias or tongue anymore. This is the time that Cece was pulled aside to make a final decision.
Yeah, this is looking like Reddit mod behavior, 100%.
Until I finish writing the rest, and I'll add it here. He would then include more clips and more explanations.
Like, this is like obsessive, stalky, like, gross, you know? It's just, what is this?
Say, personal note. There are several days of responses and rumors to cover, but I haven't slept to put it together enough. At the end of the day, the decision to report Kingsman was my own. The decision to kick him was made by Basim. Zaza didn't know I had anything to do with it until after the scrims. I was a full belief Kingsman was unprofessional in a setting he had to be, full stop. I also have a downloaded copy of VOD 3, which I will upload and attach so it's immortalized before Twitch or anything else purges it. This dude genuinely thought that he was saving something that was about to get deleted, like he was cool or something, when in reality the only thing that got purged from the internet was his stupid YouTube channel with videos that made no sense when it came
everyone
to the
was against him 100%.
And I think the funniest part of all this is that while Annie Pants was reading this live on stream after he had published it to everyone in the community, he was changing things up based on
he was live
criticism,
editing
making
this.
it
I
seem
remember
like
this. He was literally live editing this.
Look at this.
Actually fire.
He was like deleting
Wait,
things, dude.
Did he delete it? What happened?
He just straight up deleted a paragraph, dude.
Oh.
And he deleted another sentence. Like, he deleted the sentence that says no means no. If you can't take no for an answer after it was given to you several times, that's
like,
on you. Of course, this was all written to make Kingsman look as bad as
they were trying
possible.
to cancel this
Of
guy, dude.
course,
Hardcore.
What ended up happening was the complete opposite. Kaplunk ended up looking like the biggest clown imaginable. The quote tweets were endless, and they were all clowning on him. A whole Google document because a soft A wanted to win $40,000 and his teammates didn't. I'm in tears. Instead of minimizing the drama, Kaplunk ended up amplifying it to levels no one could have ever predicted. It got so bad. And Cece would go ahead and quote tweet it herself. She would attempt to divert all the hate that she's receiving to Kaplunk. Okay, this wasn't a
she literally was like,
tweet.
this dude's a
She'd
loser.
say, for those on the
Like,
niche
what?
side of Marvel Rivals, there was a creator tourney where I was team captain and someone on my team got kicked for disrespectful behavior. A video was released where I was made to seem like it was my fault he got booted. I'm here to clarify again because Kingsman won't. I was not the reason. Quote tweeting Kaplunk's Google document. This wouldn't work though because she'd get community noted, saying, you fostered the toxic environment. You were one of the most disrespectful people there. Linking Kingsman's video.
Community notes made this so much better, dude. Community notes made this entire situation so much more funny.
Her, ratioing her over 10 times. One person here would try to suck up to her and be on her side, saying his cult is insane, referring to Kingsman, because watching from the beginning, all the comments were not needed. They're going too hard about money. This dude would get a community note with like 1, 2, 3, 4,
like,
5,
dude,
6,
the
7,
community notes were
8
going
different
so
links
crazy, dude.
Saying contestants who join tournaments usually care about money. It's almost always why they're in the tournament to begin with. Kingsman had every right to express that he wanted to win. Thankfully, though, the majority of people, and by majority I mean 99.99%, had more than 2 brain cells to rub together. They weren't going to get gaslit or fooled, and her strategy that she's employed her entire career to get away from the consequences simply wasn't working here. But while Cece and Zaza were getting the majority of the hate, one person was still left on the sidelines and got
Dude, the
less.
community notes made everything so much better.
The person here who was meant to be Kingsman's friend and completely stabbed him in the back.
And then she
would delete
backtracked her,
VOD
dude.
of
She
the
literally
scrims
backtracked
with
this guy.
Kingsman
It was
and the rest of
horrible.
the
This
team,
girl was so
hoping to
bad.
wipe evidence.
All of them were
But
so
someone
bad.
would come in with this clip that they had saved
So I was just
to
trying
really
something on Twitter
show
really
us
quick.
how vile of a person she was, along with both Zaza and Cece. Watch.
I have a genuine question. Like,
This
seriously,
was
answer
bad.
this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel.
Like,
Anyways,
oh my god, dude.
Whatever you have in your head, I have a genuine...
I'm not sure if he gets to it throughout this video, but she also was like, I've donated no more money than you ever would be for these things. You guys are all haters. Like, it somehow went to Israel, bro. Like, no, everyone was so like, question mark. And I think this is where the CC girl just kicked this girl. I think that came out later.
question.
That was like for like my video exclusive, you know?
Ready?
The CC girl is not
I'm
into this girl
saying-
at all, dude. She was so against it.
I have a
Honestly, who gives a shit what her question was? How weird do you have to be as a person
Yeah, like
to
what?
say something like
Over
this?
a
To compare
Marvel
what
Rivals
happened to
tournament, dude? Like,
Kingsman to
what?
Israel. Like, how did we even get here? Next up, you'd have Cece, one day after Kaplunk would release his Google document, tweeting out her quote-unquote final statement that she would delete very shortly afterwards.
They deleted
Here's what
so
she
much
said.
different stuff,
My
dude. It
final
was
statement.
crazy.
I take accountability for my poor handling of the situation and should have accommodated Kingsman better because I understood his motivation to try and win $3,000. In parentheses, not 40K. As if that matters, you idiot! She'd then say I misspoke in the green light clip. In that same stream, after the clip was cut, I clarified Basim did not ask for approval. He was going to kick him regardless. Yeah, but you didn't even bother defending him as team captain. At the end of the day,
Yeah, you gotta
he
like
wanted
almost
money,
like you have
and
to
I wanted
lead people.
Defend my teammate from someone who was dogging on her from draft
I'm just in the
day
corner
about
so you
playing
guys can
Widow
read.
in a creator tourney. I only called him a loser. I did not say shut the fuck up, rage bait him, or insult him other than that. If me asking him to stop is where you draw the line, then okay, insult me, crying emoji. And yes, I told my friend in Twitch chat to kill themselves. I've been
Like,
banned and
I
free.
forgot about that drama, dude. Dude, this girl got banned, by the way. Like, the Cece girl, dude, got banned because she told someone to themselves. In the mix of this all, so they're trying to be like these non-fake mean girls, and this person's got literally banned on Twitch, dude. It was, I forgot about that.
Your favorite
It's
streamer probably
crazy.
says worse behind closed doors, crying emoji. Yeah, so that last part was in reference to how she was banned for 24 hours during the
Yeah,
tournament.
dude,
People were wondering why.
I forgot
Turns out
that
she
happened.
tagged KYS to one of her viewers, who she called
It's
a
horrible.
friend. Wonderful behavior, again, by a team captain. Here she was doubling down. Again, missing the entire point.
And also
about why
blaming other
people were mad at
streamers,
her.
too.
She keeps saying I take accountability without actually taking
She
any
never did. Nah, I think
accountability,
even
without ever
still, none of these
apologizing,
girls
and
have.
while still justifying why she
Even
called him a
still,
loser.
chat,
By
even
this
still,
point, a
even still.
goldfish would have understood what they're meant to do, but she couldn't get it through her head. But guys, look, all Cece wanted really from Kingsman was good vibes. People were starting to wonder, are these the same good vibes she was exhibiting in her TikTok? After making a post and a
And then she
video
was
and multiple
backtracking.
statements
She-
of her
yeah.
taking accountability,
She just was never
still
sorry,
being
dude. She was just
extremely
mean.
Toxic. Look at some examples. Someone would say, got your best player kicked from the team, goodbye $40,000, hello, good vibes. To which she would say, $3,000, and we've got better players.
They
and
did
vibes
not
now.
have better
Someone
players, they
else would
lost.
Say, lol, glazing Kingsman's for what now y'all gonna lose. Kicked out y'all best player, lol. To which she would say, he did it to
This is when the
himself.
drama went nuts.
Check this one out. If you don't want to win, don't scrim and don't draft people who do want to win. To which she would say, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer.
And then she's getting
So now she was
ratio
insinuating that
nonstop.
This was someone who couldn't accept consent. Isn't that incredible? Really, like how far down can you dig your hole? Apparently for Cece, she can go down to the Earth's core without even batting an eye, without even
She
having
can
a
go
hint of
through the whole
self-awareness.
Earth at
In the
that
replies
point.
of this post, you'd find Zazza's tag, saying, not a single screenshot there is me. Also, I had zero input into the decision of him being kicked. People gotta stop pretending
Which
like
was
it
her
within my
boyfriend
power.
who did this
Someone
all.
would ratio her like more than a million times, saying there are screenshots of your replies actually, it's through the thread.
And there's also, I'm not sure if he shows it, there was literally a video of her like acknowledging when the Google Doc went live because he lived with her.
And they
So it's a
weren't
lie,
lying.
just all
In
lying.
these replies, Zaza was playing the victim, telling everyone that she had no idea who was going to get kicked, she had no input into it, and she was only bullied. This is why her performance was bad, and this is why she was sad. He was rude, he didn't take no for an answer, and he was pushy for an hour. She'd even say she was never rude back to him. But the clips that we saw earlier in the video definitely show us a different story. Throughout this entire thing, not a single person apologized to Kingsman. Not a single person admitted that they were wrong.
Not a single one.
Everyone was just doubling down or, like Luciyasa, pretending like nothing actually happened. The only person that would finally, a few days after the video, more specifically 3 days, that would admit that they were wrong was the tournament organizer, Basim ZB. Here's what he had to say. Watch.
The people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush. I don't know why it's like difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me anything was... That's whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't...
Get that vehicle moving again!
Whatever.
So look, there's no question that Basim completely screwed
He
up.
did mess
in
up,
his
but he
role of
tried to own
tournament
up to it, you know?
organizer. I've seen many people call for him to never be able to host another tournament again, and he's also had a lot of hate thrown his way. He even admitted it.
Yeah, it's
But
been
he
over now.
also
Yeah,
said
like
that it was
everything got like
justified.
all
He
sorted at this
understands
point.
why
Like he
it's
realized it.
happened.
He was like, "Hey,
screwed
I'm
up.
sorry."
Look, we all make mistakes.
So
in
I think
life,
he's good.
All right, and I think what's important is that we learn from them. At least Basim had the self-awareness required to understood that he made a mistake, and he said so. Good for him. What's really unfortunate, though, is that this self-awareness did not rub on the whole bullying group whatsoever. Everything we saw so far was nothing more than a very bad attempt at damage control. This obviously didn't work at all. If anything, it made things considerably worse. How much worse? Well, the bullies in question were about to find that out the hard way. Shortly after the Google Doc, Kaplunk
And of course he comes back.
another tweet. Here he'd say to Kingsman, I'm reaching out to apologize and talk about the way things went down.
This is where like when everyone's like hating on everyone because it's just so bad.
In this case, I went about it in completely the wrong way.
Like more so holding him accountable.
Zaza told me to leave it alone in confidence and don't
I'm having a
impulse
cookie.
decisions.
I think we earned it.
Kingsman, I'm sorry for sending the clips which caused Bosm to
I have these like tea
the
cookies,
event.
bro.
The Google Doc released was one-sided and painted you in an extremely negative light
you
with
were trying to
my
cancel
bias.
this guy.
I shouldn't have gone out of my way to involve
I don't think
myself
you've ever
in a
even talked to the
situation
Kingsman
I was
guy
not a
directly.
part of.
You should send him a
Zaza,
DM or
I'm
something,
sorry
not
for
on
going
Twitter.
behind your back to release a Google document despite you warning me not to. This has been a massive wake-up call, and if there's any hate to be directed to me, not Zaza or Kingsman.
This guy really is a white knight, dude. Because he was like, hey, you know, don't harass my girlfriend.
Shortly after posting this, Kaplunk would go ahead and private his Twitter account. So this was him essentially hoping that all the hate would be redirected towards him so that his girlfriend could finally live in peace. He made it seem like he was the one who did this. She was the reasonable one telling him to stop drama farming, but he just wouldn't listen.
She was all for
This,
it.
of course, made the community hate him even more because this guy had essentially admitted to going behind his girlfriend's back and sending a lot of hate
He was a weirdo.
her way. Someone would quote tweet that last tweet that Kaplunk had made and say, Zaza will forever be known as an EOMM agent and it's your fault. In a nutshell, this means that she's always on the losing team, like she's there to pretty much sabotage you. You reported him and made a doc where you blatantly lied just to make him seem bad. Now you're trying to delete everything to hide it and come out with an apology that we know you don't actually believe in. But here's the deal. People weren't stupid. They were keeping track of these things. The guy was very blatantly lying because as soon as he posted his Google Doc, his girlfriend, Zaza Stack, would repost it. This was, of course, about to backfire both on him and
There was
his
Lydia Vod of her
girlfriend very
saying,
harshly
oh, you
later.
made the
But in
Google Doc
meantime,
live? Okay, everyone check
Cece
it out.
would make yet another statement. This would get over 17
That's
million
insane numbers.
views. Here's what you would say.
Some of my tweets on this whole like Kingsman situation, I think one of my max one got like 2 million views on a tweet. It was insane, dude.
Sorry, I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself and I've deleted them now because I realized what you guys really wanted from me was a sincere apology. Took you long enough. As a team captain, I have a responsibility to make accommodations for all my teammates. While advocating for my Widow OTP, I also need to better respect Kingsman's wishes. Once the team environment became disruptive, I needed to de-escalate with a solution for both parties. A simple, hey guys, let's try this game with Widow, then the next one we can switch things up, could have worked. Emotions were high, and I failed to notice, which resulted in me snapping at Kingsman. I apologize, as no matter what, raising voices and instantly shutting down a teammate is not the right thing to do. I also should have reprimanded the comments directed at Kingsman once the scrims were over. I needed to hold everyone accountable. I also apologize for calling Kingsman a loser, and I should not have read that in chat in the first place. It was very disrespectful, as Kingsman was just trying to win. And as a leader, I needed to lead without emotions and a clear view. I said good vibes are important, but failed to create that properly. Before Kingsman video went out, I had already reflected, which is why I didn't realize you guys needed to hear it too. I'm sorry.
Like they make these Google Docs, YouTube videos, everyone's hating on the guy, and then she's like, oh, I didn't realize that everyone else had to go and worry about what I had to say. Like she just was so self-centered.
My Twitter fingers went first, not this. I tried my best to be ready as a captain, preparing a spreadsheet with various comps and playstyles, but I learned that being a team captain is more than strategies, it's about everyone on the team. They all need to have a say. Wow, what a wonderful apology. If only she posted this first without being defensive, weird, entitled, quote tweeting Kaplunk's terrible Google Doc, you know, a whole list of things.
Yeah.
But by this point, it was
too much.
People were not buying this. She was just trying to do this as a PR move.
You know, get rid of all the hate, yeah.
Noted. Here's what it said. Even after the initial situation calmed down, Cece continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. Cece has a history of attacking other players and talking trash.
Yeah, there was even more people who used to harass them back in the day.
The TikTok comments that we already saw earlier, as well as messages in her Discord.
Yeah, it seemed like you just never leave your house.
He spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. She's of course referring to Kingsman. More bullying, wonderful. As people were raiding her Discord because of how terrible of a person she is, she'd say, yo Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord? W not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community. This only served to make people hate her more. Seeing this, she would reply to that apology we just saw and say, I'm sorry I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up to 1,000 plus notifications from the day before and people had joined my server from Kingsman. I was having a panic attack.
And they were trying to cancel him and then she tried to use like the panic attack ults to be like, hey, we didn't do anything wrong.
And I just started experiencing them. So on my freakout, I said Kingsman lacked social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside. I was angry and ended up lashing out.
Also, if you're having a real legitimate panic attack, you're like freaking out, hyperventilating, like your world is like literally falling following, the last thing you want to do is go on Twitter or Discord and like harass people or like get engaged in even more drama. The whole idea is to like separate the best you can.
At him instead of his community. I deeply regret it and I apologize for flinging another insult out. This shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. Heart emoji. The community note would come in and say, she doesn't actually feel bad.
Like, the community notes really were the MVP.
This is a PR move. Leaking the same tweet we just looked at. Someone would quote tweet this reply and say, she ulted, heartbreak emoji. That's it, man. She ulted. She pulled out her biggest move. I was having panic attacks.
And people were having it, dude.
Really funny. During the draft stream, Kingsman was specifically told that Cece would make a good team captain because she has military experience. This leads her to be able to handle
the last thing you can do is
pressure.
write during a panic attack. Exactly.
A panic attack because she's being raided due to consequences of her own actions. What kind of military are we talking about here? GTA RP? Like, come on, who are you kidding? Anyway, while the high-tech military commando known as Cece was being absolutely dogpiled, Zaza was still fighting her own battle. By this point,
there was
she
so
still
much micro drama in this
statement. This is when people would choose to go to her older tweets to call her out, with this person saying, you realize you can't hide, right? You fucked up big time, homegirl. To which again, she would give the same narrative. I'm aware and I'm not trying to hide, but people gotta chill. I had absolutely zero input into the decision of him being kicked.
And she's just trying to hide, you know?
Out of my hands there, and people still think it was my fault. People would call out her performance and how much she sucked, and then she would say, so now you're just hating because you don't want to recognize that I have informed you with the truth, and you want any
You can see like
they
just kept on going down and down and down. It was horrible, dude.
With their narrative that she had no idea she was just someone in the middle of a crossfire that she's not involved in. Eventually though, around 8 hours after Cece would make her apology tweet in which she finally uttered the word sorry, Zaza Stack would come out with her own statement, saying, sorry it has taken me a while to write out a response to the Kingsman drama. I am the Widow player involved and wanted to take some time to collect my thoughts and reflect on the things that took place. Just to preface this post contains clarity and accountability.
It's always weird when you have to explain that it has it there instead of it just showing it on its own regards, you know?
Things off, I believe there are a lot of people who have blown this way out of proportion when it could have just been solved with a simple conversation instead of escalating.
Which they could have did the entire time.
That is on everyone involved. I'm taking accountability for not swapping off of Widow when I should have. The games that we're playing in Kingsman's YouTube video were practice scrim games and not the actual tournament games, so I was hoping I would have a proper chance to show off my Widow gameplay. My choice to stay on Widow was never because of ego or wanting to throw, and the whole way through the tournament I continued to tell Kingsman that I still wanted to try and wanted to help him win. The reason I initially said no to his suggestions was because they were out of my hero pool and I had no playtime on them. Kingsman was made aware of my hero pool from day one, and when he asked for Phoenix instead, I was too focused on processing the pressure that I was feeling from him constantly pushing me to swap. In hindsight, I should have just swapped to Phoenix or Gila so we could have practiced that too. As for when Kingsman said that he could switch to Bucky or Mantis and try that idea was never attempted because I said that his magic gameplay was really good and I thought that his magic was working. Of course it was going to work, he's rank 1 magic in the world. Black Widow is competitively my best hero, and when I was invited and signed up for the tournament initially there was no prize pool and it was labeled as a creator tournament. The $40,000 prize pool came as a surprise later on and was split between everyone who played in the tournament in teams from 1st to 8th place, with 1st place getting $3,000 each for winning, so everyone ended up getting paid. I think a lot of people have been getting my voice mixed up with the other girls' voices and have been struggling to tell us apart, which has led to way more unwarranted hate than there has to be. She'd then say, I was never once rude to Kingsman in the VODs, even when
we're
asked
definitely
to talk my shit. I will take accountability for getting stern after a while of being asked the same question over and over, and do apologize for that, as I definitely could have had more patience. However, I still don't believe that I insulted him in any way. If Kingsman is at all offended—
They were trying to cancel him with Google Docs and YouTube videos and everything, and try to got him removed from the tournament. And that's why everyone was so against it, because even saying, I wasn't trying to be that bad, or everyone should have just talked it out. Like, they just did not do that. And the only reason why everyone's mad is because they got caught. And then everyone's like, now you're trying to be like, you could have just talked it out. Now you're saying like it wasn't that bad. Now you're saying, hey, it was like, maybe I should have been a little more chill. And this is after they got him removed from the tournament, trying to cancel him, and then the only reason, and insulting the guy and calling him a loser and everything.
By any of my actions, then I am deeply sorry to him. On the topic of the drama, I would also like to address my boyfriend's, Kaplunk's, input into the situation. With Cap and I living in the same house, I know how easy it is to believe that we worked together on sending through clips or the creation of the document. I can confirm that we did not work together on
I keep saying that there was a clip of her saying,
there had been comments and concerns from Kingsman since the draft day about my Widow pick potential. On day one of scrims, I had told Cap to not send through any clips of Kingsman downing my Widow or muting up to speak to his stream, as the day 1 games went well. I warned Cap that I could handle the situation of doubt by conversing, and that if Kingsman were to end up getting kicked from the tournament, it would bring flame on all of us. Wow, does she have a crystal ball? That's highly mature from someone like her, huh? On day 2 of scrims, Kaplunk had sent through clips to tournament administration without me knowing, in a moment of feeling overprotective for me.
That was for chat for Zapdos. Kingsman is a content creator for Marvel Rivals who went and was in a tournament. He got kicked from the tournament from multiple people lying about it. And then Kaplunk is this girl's, Zaza's boyfriend, who made a Google Doc and tried to cancel him, was also talking to the tournament developer and was sending screenshots and like fake like comments and everything out there. Like just a lot of crazy things out there. Like basically just a bunch of people trying to all cancel each other. Like we're an hour in, so it's a little bit deep, but
so that they were aware of Kingsman being pushy towards my choice to play Widow. The clips were passed on to the tournament host, Basim ZB, and a rushed, overconfident decision was made to kick Kingsman from the tournament. Basim ZB has since taken accountability for his rushed decision. And
yeah, they were trying to actually cancel him like proper. Videos, Google Docs,
I love working on this video so far because I don't even have to say anything about this statement. Community notes are present on every single statement.
The community notes made this so much more fun. Like these people are crazy.
Made by
when do I cancel you? You guys can probably cancel me right now.
To be said. Here's what this one said in particular. Zaza Stack states that she never knew or helped write the Google Doc. However, she'd retweeted several tweets containing the doc as an attempt to defend herself. Actually, you know what? This community note could have been written a bit better. Not only did she retweet the document multiple times, she was also fully aware it was being written.
She was live, yeah.
Because, well, she admitted it live on her stream.
Okay, I'm happy you showed this because I mentioned this a bunch.
Cece, did you see the document Cap was putting together about it all?
This lady, I swear.
Rage bait for more views? I'm not a rage baiter, bro.
You are.
I'm not a rage baiter.
You are.
He tweeted it? Yeah.
This is basically her acknowledging that she knows it went live.
Yeah, he's being very like straightforward about everything and putting all the evidence in there too.
Oh, she's a furry? I see why. I know. Is that what you guys think?
Writing good documents like that, so W Cap.
Yo, Cece, did you see the Google Doc that my boyfriend's putting together? It's also really funny to me how she's gloating. Oh yeah, dude, he knows how to write these documents, man.
And it was not a good doc.
We both read the same thing? Incoherent structure, clips that don't make
of course
sense,
you guys are in the furries, of course,
of course. Could have avoided, really? But guys, I swear I didn't want my boyfriend to publish this because I knew that this was going to cause me drama. I could just foresee the future. How much of a clown can you be in one incident?
You trust her? Sorry, Scrub? Okay, I'm sorry I'm not a furry.
Here, though. She then continues, saying, as for the Google document that Kaplunk had released, all the information within that was
this video is such an L for me, and it really must be.
Drawn from the VODs. However, it didn't shed any light from Kingsman's side of the story, which I believe was needed too. About 4 hours before the tournament started, I was downstairs crying from some of the misinformation and hate that was being spread after Kingsman had posted his YouTube video. Even though he had told people not to hate on others at the start of the video, seeing how upset I was sparked Cap to put together the Google document that he posted. She then continues saying he had told me that he forgot to finish doing something on his PC and then went upstairs to his setup. I went to bed as I needed sleep before the tournament.
She's just like lying, dude.
Morning hours in Australia.
Like, I'm too few to cancel.
I messaged him saying, I don't know what you are doing on your PC, but I have a gut feeling you are writing a post or a document, and I think you should leave it and come sleep. I ended up falling asleep, and he ended up staying up writing the Google document so that he could post it before the tournament started in attempts to clarify things from my side.
Let's go bring back scamming in RuneScape. Okay.
According to this clip on my Twitch, was after the document had been posted and had already read.
I do miss playing RuneScape. I should play some more.
Decision alone to
I could have been shopping wood logs this entire video.
Kaplunk might be my boyfriend, but that does not mean I have control over his action.
I hate whenever people say stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm like a 50-50. Like I don't know. Like it's a 50-50 because sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. I feel like it depends on the couple. Like sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the, I don't know. Like it's such a weird one, and I don't really know where most people lie. It really just depends, I think, on the couple. Like some people talk about everything together, so people lump them together. Sometimes people want to be separate people. I really hear this take all the time, and I never know myself like what's like the proper one.
Just like everyone else involved, he is still his own individual.
You think she's correct about that? Your partner has autonomy? I would actually kind of agree on that mostly.
Here on Twitter.
Well, it doesn't take away the fact that she knew it was happening. She was telling people about it, retweeting it, etc., etc. Knew about the actions, whatever. So that doesn't like hold her own accountable. But I kind of agree. You are separate people at the end of the day.
I never intended
it's hard. It depends on the situation.
Throw away an important tournament to him, as I still wanted to help him win. But if he is at all offended by any of my
exactly.
actions,
Yeah, she still didn't ever post it. Yeah.
And hope that we can all move on from this. Again, this would be community noted. The community notes did not let her post a single thing without correcting her. By the way, it would say OP did not intend on winning or helping Kingsman, as she repeatedly continued to play Widow on high ping while berating Kingsman for being asked to switch. She was also on stream viewing the document with her boyfriend and approved it, linking the clip that we just watched. She would then finally say, Also, just to leave a note here, I've limited the comments because people commenting were already trying to be misogynistic.
You should never
or
been racist or misogynistic for them.
Again, a community note would come in and say, Zaza Stack and the others associated with the mistreatment of Kingsman have often limited comments whenever it is obvious the majority will give criticism, not due to racism or sexism. Zaza has already shown to be untrustworthy due to her admitted approval of the document by Kaplunk. God, it is just wiping the floor with them. Someone would ratio the hell out of her before the comments would be limited.
Said a whole lot of nothing.
Said a whole lot of nothing. After most likely many years of this bullying behavior, these people were finally getting what they deserved. It was very satisfying, and the entire community was very happy to see this. However, by now, many people, including myself, thought that, okay, fine, things will finally die down.
Yeah, like, how could this get worse? And it got worse still.
No. They posted their
It's still getting worse, too. That's the crazy part. There's actually stuff, I could probably make a video on it. I just don't want to overly milk the situation. Even more stuff has come out.
Statements. They said what they had to say.
Like, as I'm making this now.
It can't possibly get any worse, right? Well, we were all proven wrong when Kingsman would make an entire brand new Twitter account just so that he can post new information.
Yeah, he dropped the Google Doc,
this
dude.
Would somehow, even after everything we've just seen, make everyone look considerably
the entire internet like paused when this happened, dude.
On January 21st, barely a few hours after Zaza had posted her
I think one of my tweets on this, dude, I almost want to look really quick if I can find this and pause the video, dude, over here, because we were showing you guys the Cece like simps over here before. If I can find the Kingsman tweet, I think my own tweet was on there. Like I was up on that, bro. I was all up on that. I was in this gossip, bro. I was tweeting, I was doing everything. I want to find his Twitter, dude. Kingsman Twitter. Because I was up in this, dude. I was all up in this. Is it just look at this, maybe? Kingsman X? No, this is some other dude. Yeah, there is also some other dude out here, dude, who like literally, I guess I can't even find it. Whatever, it's probably not that worth the show. I was all up on that. I was like, bro, you're getting gaslit, bro. Everything's going crazy. Like, I felt bad for the dude. How do I find his like Twitter though? Kingsman Twitch Twitter. Wait, I'm actually a little annoyed I can't find this now. Like all things, I got like Kingsman TV. This is not even the right dude. Like anyway, whatever, who cares? So I was just basically being like, bro, you're getting gaslit, and I felt horrible for the guy. Wait, actually I can look right now. It's literally just Kingsman MR. Like, why is it MR? That's so strange. Anyway, dude, on his tweet, I remember like, dude, this guy's barely tweeted since then. I was on this, dude. I was posting. I was like, bro, you getting gaslit, bro? Everything's going on. Like, yeah, you can see my tweet over here, dude. Like, I'm over here saying you're getting gaslit so hard. I'm so sorry you had to deal with this. Jesus Christ, 2K favorites, 100,000 views, dude. Is nuts. I know one too as well. Like, I was up in this, dude. I was like up in every single one of these. There's also this other girl, like this Isel the Witch girl or whatever. She was like up on my tweets too, and she was calling these people out. Like, I was invested in this, dude. Like, I was involved. I was involved in this, dude. It's crazy.
Statement. Kingsman would create a Twitter account and tweet, "Hey everyone,
what's up,
I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kind of messed with my vibes a bit, so here it is." Posting his own Google document. The document would be
the Google Docu coming out, bro,
and it would be very screenshot heavy. He'd start off by saying, originally I wasn't planning to post anything else.
Everything is good. This is so good.
He'd come across a screenshot between Kaplunk and what seems to be the crew member he was talking to. This would be the continuation of the DMs.
Yeah, this is that Marvel Rivals drama. We're almost done with it.
He said it's between matches and rounds, it flares up again.
This was crazy.
Would say, go on an alt, clip anonymously, download the clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team,
yeah, dude, this guy was being like a covert ops man. He was trying to get him out, dude.
Replaceable, playing for the money. Get the fuck out.
I'm getting like reheated watching this. I'm actually invested again. This really was crazy, dude.
And this is just blind speculation, but the fact that you referred to it as helping us get him kicked off means that multiple people were trying to do that on my team. Kaplunk is Zaza's boyfriend, and I'm assuming this message is with one of the team members. And I'm 99% sure it's Cece. So this was Kingsman pretty much saying that this wasn't
this drama is going to play Rivals again? Yeah, same dude.
For this tournament. This was actually Kaplunk talking to Cece. This is his speculation. Of course, insinuating that Kaplunk was lying in his document.
I'm sure the Marvel Rivals player count has gone up
after everything that's happened so far. I don't think it will be a crazy revelation. He'd then continue and say, either way, my vibes were off. So here's the difference between me and her.
Gotta play for the vibes, positive vibes, bros.
Video right before the tournament started. These messages would start off with Cece messaging Kingsman in Discord DMs saying, "Bro, please do something."
Dude, she got mean, by the way.
Discord server, TikTok chat, Instagram, comments, streams. To which Kingsman would say, "I told him not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid." If you have like Twitch names, I can ban them. To which she would say, holy fuck, they think I'm responsible for banning you when all I said was, okay,
she kind of was. Secret meeting, remember?
Anyways, no matter what I did, I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken video. Instead, I'm here fighting panic attacks and mass banning people on X different platforms. Make another post or delete the video if you really care. 20 minutes would pass and she would send another message saying, hello, do you have any response? Just like you want $40,000, I want some peace of mind for the next time I go live.
Like she's insulting the dude. It's crazy.
She sounds so vile. Kingsman would then say,
this is why I'm so afraid to interact with women, dude. Online women are scary.
I'm not deleting the video. It's legit just a VOD. But I've already told my viewers like a trillion times not to harass anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams and banning whoever I see. This is when she'd say, why not? You took my clip out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can re-upload the VOD again, no? To which he would say,
he's like, nah, man.
Up, dude. I'm not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16th and then the draft from a viewer's perspective.
It's like literally the VOD.
Say, you insinuated I was the one who got you banned? Question mark.
Oh yeah, I would have cussed her out, dude, for sure. Without a doubt, I would have been cussing her out. I would have been like, are you crazy? Don't talk to me. Like I'd be blocking her.
I have a boss call with Basim in the same.
Well, I think he did block her after the fact because it's all ignored. You know, ignored her.
To which she would say, oh, sorry. Are you uncomfortable that I'm taking no for an answer?
Like, it's so sassy, dude. Oh my God. Like, I always say I wish I had a wife just so then my wife can like DM on my behalf and just be like, who do you think you are? Because you can't really be that mean to girls online. I try not to be, you know?
Oh my God.
I try to be respectful.
You didn't take no for an answer for an hour, or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money.
It's like
seriously,
scary,
bro.
dude. Like, what is this?
Would I want to kick you if I insisted
don't bring down the vibes.
You said you want to go play ranked. Thanks for throwing me under the fucking bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months.
She was so
Get
mean.
Your fucking clicks now, all because your own actions got you banned and you can't accept.
And he's made like
Usually
6 figures since then, dude.
I don't owe you that if you can't even see how you're in the wrong. You are an
oh yeah, dude. A girl is mad when she drops either just a K or the paragraph. It's nuts.
Set to drop, and now I'm getting that harassment tenfold. Kingsman would then say, sorry to hear that.
Like he's a Chad, bro.
Stop lying. You're not sorry. He'd say, I mean, you also just got banned from Twitch the same day for your actions, which is a totally separate matter. She'd say, for what actions? LMAO, I said something in chat to my friend. That's something B.
He just drops the okay.
To which Kingsman would say, okay. She'd say, it's completely unrelated. He'd say, I'm done talking. Good luck on the tournament. And she'd end this with, you know, I hard defended you when
she never
Drama
did.
farmed. I got into major drama in Creator Discord with a bunch of people just dogging on me for being upset. Entei went behind my back to talk bad about you, and look.
It's crazy. This is crazy, dude.
Crash out, and that it's not good I got you on my team and I still defended you. I ain't ever met such a narcissist like you.
And she's like, this seems like so narcissist because she never even said sorry, you know? Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, you know when a narcissist tries to call someone else a narcissist? That's when the craziest thing happens, dude.
Wow, incredible. And if you guys don't remember, Entei was that one Marvel Rivals TikTok drama creator that we talked about earlier.
Nuts,
Kingsman
dude.
would then say in the document, she then removed me from the Discord server with Rivals creators all over TikTok where we chat. And apparently, she was the owner, LMAO. Also, on a side note, why am I getting messages like this? LMAO. This would be a message from clearly someone who is extremely mentally ill, pretty much saying that he's very angry at Kingsman for clarifying that he's not a misogynist at the end of his video. Going as far as saying, you're a fucking disgrace for any self-respecting human, and I hope life R-words you by the very women you claim not to hate. Unless, of course, you change your ways. Anyway, this Google Doc served to show us that Cece was truly, I mean, if you weren't convinced yet, a terrible, vile person. Not once did she apologize to him in private. Not even once. She made herself out to be some saint who was always on his side and that she never did anything wrong. When Kingsman refused to go with her pity farming, she would really crash out on him. This is actually a real definition of crashing out, not what Kingsman did during
This was an actual crash out.
Kingsman would reply to this post saying, also, I'm so glad Cece also turned the Marvel Rivals creator Discord from a server I used to know and talk with people into a Cece Glaze server with my old friends. We see a content creator saying that she was furious with Kaplunk because he hurt so many careers. We'd see someone else saying, I gained 600 followers after making a video showing Cece as the
Dude, I got like a lot of YouTube subs from making all these. And I actually appreciate it. Everyone's been really chill on my YouTube. I love that new YouTube we've been making. Like, the vibes have been really good. Positive vibes there, dude. All for the vibes. We're making videos for the vibes there.
Christ. More importantly, though, we see a content creator by the name of Ashlyn tagging both Cece and Zaza Stack and saying, don't let these people try and bully you off the internet. I know it's annoying, but use it as an opportunity to gain favor from people who support you. The pair of socials will forget about it in a few days when they move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue. To which Cece would reply with, I just put 12 ads on my YouTube video. Yes, the one that got mass disliked. This again.
And they were also just spamming their Twitch streams, dude, hardcore with just like they were running at max amount of ads, dude. Like literally like ads every 5 minutes. It was horrible. Like it was bad. They like lost sponsors and stuff too.
At all. Cece would reply to Kingsman's tweet like in less than half an hour and say, I made a quote tweet. These DMs say the timestamp is today, but it was immediately after I uploaded my video and saw all those hate comments for the first time saying I was the ringleader who got you kicked, when I am not. I'll take the
I'm not doing PS5 restocks ever again. Ever again, dude.
With Kaplunk. This is when she would be hit with one of the most ruthless community notes I've ever seen, with 9 different links of proof, which we already saw, saying Cece was the team captain. She had every opportunity to not only stop her teammates from bullying and harassing Kingsman during and even after the tournament, but also not do so herself. Kingsman would reply, ratioing the hell out of her, saying, that's pretty epic. Also, showing the screenshot of her saying KYS to I am Jabu.
Pretty sure console wars over in PC 1. Yeah, when you can afford a PC, yeah.
There's another screenshot of I am Jabu on Discord. Someone asked him, you are her friend, question mark, to which he said, I don't know.
It's a Roblox guy.
Crying emoji. So the whole excuse of her being his friend and saying KYS playfully was out the window too. She would reply to this again, saying, Jambu and I spoke after.
Have a good night, Lucifer.
Chill. In the screenshot, Kaplunk has to explain when the team is arguing to this mystery person. I wouldn't need that explained to me if I was the mystery person. Heartbreak emoji. I truly mean every apology. She gets community noted. She did not truly mean every apology. Linking her own DMs that he had leaked in his Google Doc. I mean, at this point, bro, stop. Like, she's already dead.
It's been a rough, dude.
Over.
Every one of these girls got destroyed, dude.
To finally get off the internet. But she didn't. She would also quote tweet the post that Kingsman made, saying, I am in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear, those DMs with Kaplunk is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I have been trying to apologize since that night. Proof below, I sent it to my friend at first and then had someone else confirm. I really don't want to be instantly framed for something I didn't do again. I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on, please. She'd link a bunch of screenshots, and in them we can see her messaging someone, explaining to them the situation, how she had a panic attack and everything, and how she wanted to reach Kingsman after their very terrible conversation they had in DMs. But since she doesn't share the same servers with him, since, you know, she kicked him out of the creator server, she wanted this person to act as the middleman, to send him this screenshot, where she says that she's ashamed of how she reacted. She doesn't want this to be his last impression of her, that she wanted to apologize. But by this point, no one was having it anymore.
Dude, everyone's gone, dude.
At 7 million views, and all the comments are again cooking her. But hey, would you look at that? She still didn't stop tweeting. She still kept digging herself a hole.
Going, dude. They just never stop.
That post we just saw and say,
even now they're still going, dude.
Away. No, you didn't. If a response ends up necessary, I'll make one. Please react how you see fit to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk. I was not the one who reported Kingsman. My apology.
They're all just like turning on each other, dude. It's crazy.
I've not been online since, and I've been holding myself.
So my old like little insert. This girl ended up actually kicking the Zaza girl. Like this wasn't that viral because it was on her stream a few days ago. She ended up kicking her and blaming her for everything. So even all these girls were not even like taking accountability between themselves. I have a few things that I noticed, or I made videos down that other people didn't bring up because it just didn't go viral. So yeah, these girls were like hating at each other on the low key. Like once everything like started falling down.
Accountable, I will continue to do so. I forgot to show you another screenshot that she included in that initial post where she has 0 DMs with Kaplunk. Again, though, the comments are still cooking the absolute hell out of her. This was not helping anyone except, well, all her haters. But at this point, Cece was absolutely cooked to shreds. Zaza was too. And some people realized, wait a second, there's one person that deserves a lot of criticism too that isn't getting any, and that's Luciyasa. Luciyasa would go live on sub-only mode, that way she can farm as much money as she can out of this, with the title, I need this, I'm kinda homeless, still not taking the situation seriously at all. She'd argue that she wasn't a bad friend to Kingsman, even though she didn't take his side and was arguing against him, by showing us DMs between them. She'd send him a message saying, Kingsman, are you doing all right? He'd say, no, I'm not. She'd say, dude, why didn't you stop? I tried to tell you to shush. He'd say, I did nothing wrong, Lucy. I'm going to make a video about it. She'd say, okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to say you did nothing wrong. You were on Zaza for a while and you could hear it in her voice she was getting upset. He'd say, no, don't worry, I'm actually going to explain everything. To which she would say, well, all right. I'm sorry about you getting kicked. I was excited to be on the same team as you. To which she would say, yeah, same. Bro, I rewatched and you rage baited me so hard. What an incredible friend, man. She'd also have some incredible clips from the stream that truly show us just how many brain cells she lacks in that head of hers.
Not a lot.
Next to why I did what I did and why I said what I said. I did do it at wrong times, I do admit. But in regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified
They're so
in.
mean, dude.
Zaza said, you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment. Thank you, the plug for the Prime X to.
Yeah, you know, I told him to shut up because he was making some valid points. Yo, thank you for the Prime
mean
sub,
girls
man.
are so
Yo.
mean, dude. Yeah, thanks for the gifted.
Thank you for the Prime sub, dude.
Thanks for the
But
gifted.
It gets worse. Here will be her excuse for comparing Kingsman
Good night, Captain.
to Israel. Look at this. Just listen to this and try not to cringe
This
physically.
I mentioned this before,
No, I
dude.
guess
She
it
was
was
trying to be like, oh my god, I do so much more than you guys ever would. Like, I feel like this girl, some of the girls have like, because they private their VODs and don't delete it, they don't have like as many people still calling out. And the situation's kind of tapered off too. But like some of these girls are crazy, dude.
Just like in bad taste.
We have Dr. Disrespect drama happen now. Oh my god, it would be even more viral, bro. That was crazy.
But at the end of the day, you're like, guys, I am a Lebanese Arab. Like, I have 100% donated more. I even had, what do you call it? Not that this is an excuse, but I'm saying I have definitely donated more than all of you guys combined.
Like, it doesn't excuse the accountability.
To Palestinians, I literally have family there. I don't know really what. Yeah. Anyways, regardless, let me see if there's anything else.
Bro, who asked? Like, genuinely, who cares? What the hell are we talking about here? And if you thought
it's
that
Marvel
wasn't
Rivals
bad
drama
enough, I mean, guys, it only gets worse from here. Look at what she said about Basim for actually admitting that he was wrong. Look at this.
That one wasn't even like really. Bro, Basim is the biggest like loser of all time, and also a lot of creators are.
She ended up blaming the tournament organizer. Once again, all these girls deflected blame towards everyone else.
Scared to like talk shit about him.
Yeah, what a loser, am I right? I just hope that she uses all these Prime subs that she got during the stream to buy a better microphone because my ears are shot. Here would be Basim's response to him hearing her call him a loser. Look at this.
I made a video on that. I made a video on almost all this stuff. It's crazy. This is like a very good collective summary though.
Also, there's other things about Basim out there that, hey, if you want to look into it. But there's other shit on Basim out there.
And no one ever found out what that even was.
You're in here, bro. You are the biggest sellout of all time. You kick Kingsman out.
He's like, what did I do?
Properly fucking clear shit up, and you scream and shout for the Kingsman fans to all just be on your side because you switch sides because you don't want hate. You don't want heat, which is fine. But it's just.
Who the fuck wants hate? Who the fuck wants fucking heat?
I kind of like this dude. I was in his stream. He was kind of goofy.
Like to be one person who wants hate. Tell me that for 1 second. But you know how you avoid that? You take accountability for your fucking actions.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta own up to what you did, and people respect it.
Figure out somebody's wrong. You take accountability.
Accountability is so hard when it comes to Twitch streamers.
24 hours of the video dropping. But it seemed like Luciyasa was missing so much common sense, lacked a ridiculous amount of self-awareness, and was overall such a nasty, vile person that it seemed like nothing could make her understand how bad of a situation this actually was. Someone like her doesn't just spawn overnight. You get to this point when you act like shit your whole life and never face consequences. So it was no surprise that just before her stream...
Yeah, this got even worse, dude. This dude was like giving all the expose and being like the Cece girl, like basically try to cancel him and like hide him away from everyone.
The content creator Antgrow would release a video titled "These People Are Not What You Think," Cece and Luciyasa in regards to the Kingsman saga. In this video, Antgrow would reveal to us that he was invited to the same Marvel Rivals tournament, but turned it down
because these mean girls are that bad.
People that were in there. He'd say that 4 months ago, back in October 2025, Luciyasa would start spreading some vile, untrue rumors about him. When faced with this, he decided to also take Kingsman's approach and make videos defending himself. He wouldn't attack her personally, he would never incite harassment towards her, this was purely him defending his reputation. When he'd do that, he'd be messaged by Cece, acting as a mediator between him and Luciyasa, because apparently she was receiving too much harassment from her chatters. The reason why this was very significant to Antgrow was because Cece actually owned the rival creators Discord server.
So he was basically like soft locked out of it.
The server in where all the Marvel Rivals creators were and collabed together. This was key.
These women are so
growth.
mean.
He was
Horrible.
directly threatened by the server owner that if he didn't stop sticking up to himself, then he was about to get kicked. She was using her influence as the creator of the server to bully others, protecting her other friend who was also a bully, by the way, and threatening anyone who had something negative to say about them. It's absolutely disgusting, but again, not surprising. When you never get caught for doing bad things, you just keep doing them. Additionally, during that time, this screenshot would start spreading around, where Zaza Stack says, "Justice for that guy? He is black. I don't give a fuck." Referring to
It's horrible.
She'd make a tweet saying, "I'm addressing the screenshot right now because this needs to be made clear. Before the drama, there were imposter accounts going around and hiding behind my name to act like this. I would never say this sort of stuff. That is not me. The only games I have played since the drama have all been live on my last stream, and I have not loaded up the game since. I've also attached a screenshot of my last ranked game so that you guys can see that I haven't played anything more. The times in the screenshot of my history are in Australian time." Someone would reply with, "And we're supposed to believe you, why? You've been lying since
They're
the
like,
drama
"You don't even
started."
care.
To which she would say, "I haven't lied once, bro." This reply would get community noted, and it would say, "She has lied several times."
She did lie a lot.
I have never seen so many community
I loved
notes
the community notes
for
this
one
entire time, dude.
incident in my life. Someone would call out how terrible she was at Widow and how she should have listened to Kingsman. She'd reply with, "No, we won a game once. I stayed on Widow, actually." She got community noted. They lost
And that's
7
all the games.
games out of 8. And of course, we can't forget Ashland, the same person in the creator server who added Cece and Zaza, urging them to not let anyone bully them off the internet. She'd tweet out and say, "I collected more details on this drama and I'm
Dude,
willing
this girl got she left the internet, dude. She literally just rage quit
to give a serious input. My genuine opinion on this
because she's selling everyone
was
for
being
money.
cringe. Cece, Kingsman, Zaza,
and that she was in the wrong. Like people did not like this
here. The best thing for everybody to do is to not escalate the situation, learn from it, and move on with life. I feel so sorry for the other teams who have been massively overshadowed by this whole thing. It's not fair. This was truly unfortunate and preventable." She'd also get community noted, saying, "This user has heavily backed Cece and Zaza, defended harassment, and otherwise..."
She was literally like, "Yeah, you're getting harassed, but just run some ads and make some money. It's okay." It was horrible, dude.
Engaged in various character assassassination attempts against Kingsman.
It's all such gross people, dude. Oh my lord. That makes me feel dirty.
In any capacity. Look, this was her saying, "After reading the doc, Kaplunk's doc, this is genuinely insane behavior. His community, who's being so toxic towards you guys, just tells everything. I would be genuinely embarrassed if I were him," referring to Kingsman. She would then get ratioed multiple times in her replies. And so seeing the backlash she was receiving, the fact that she couldn't deal with the consequences of her own actions just like everyone else, she would tweet out, "Cece is bad. Kingsman is good. Would you kind souls please stop sending me death threats?" I mean, God, the whole thing was embarrassing. Everyone involved who was taking the side of the bullies was nothing more than embarrassing.
There was Sims involved. There was people that were. I made so many extra ones. You guys want to check it out?
All of this, all they had to do was simply apologize, not just in public, but
literally all they had to do was just say a real sorry. No one would have cared.
Directly to Kingsman.
Or it wouldn't have gotten this big more so.
They only apologized to the public because they knew it made them look bad. And this would be after multiple opportunities of them doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, and only finally letting go once they realized this is unrecoverable. This whole tough girl bully act was not going to work. The entire internet was now aware of this. Moist Critical had done a video about it. I mean, everyone knew about this.
Everyone did,
But even though this looks very bad already, the real consequences, the ones that are truly career-ending, would only start to show up later. And it would be when Cece would start to lose sponsorships. On January 21st, Infinity Mice, one of Cece's sponsors, said, "We have been made aware of the situation involving Cece during the recent creator tournament. While we have worked together previously,
53,000 favorites is ridiculous for this.
Or disrespects other creators. As a result, we will not be continuing any partnership moving forward. We believe in keeping competition respectful, and we wish everyone the best going forward." This tweet almost has 2 million views and over 50,000 likes. Since then, people have expressed interest in their products because having morals as a company is something rare these days. But they weren't the only ones. Solaris GG, the talent agency in which Cece was a part of, would tweet a message from our owner. In it, you'd find a tweet by Hune, the owner of that talent agency, saying, "I've been informed of everything that happened, and as of today, I've made a decision that Cece has been removed from Solaris and its creator program. I want to clarify, Solaris and its staff, other creators had zero involvement in Basim ZB's tournament. All of Cece's social media posts
entire
and
thing was just ridiculous.
The actions done and the insults said towards Kingsman by the group of
so
streamers
unneeded.
is not something I'm happy about or what Solaris stands for." Again, this tweet would receive a lot of attention as well, over 2 million views, and many people were very happy about this. But that's not all. Someone would notice that Cece, in her links, had one that led to Razer, even though she misspelled the name of the company. It seemed that she had an affiliate code. The people would let Razer know, linking a tweet that she made saying that yes, she got banned because she typed KYS in chat. They'd say, "We're looking into it." Later, they'd say, "We have confirmed that there were never official agreements with the creator and there are no plans for future collaborations." One could only assume that her affiliate code also doesn't work anymore. Cece had finally, for the first time in her
why can't you just have a
adult
real
life,
sorry? It would have been
received
so fun.
consequences that equaled her disgusting, vile
They were
actions.
mean. They were all bad people.
Oh, and while we're on the topic of Cece's adult life, It seemed like she had a very big problem with the opposite gender, saying that all men are liars and that she hates all men. Additionally, back when she used to be a Smite player, she would express in DMs with someone
that was from the Valo time, but whatever.
Black people. It wasn't just consequences against Kingsman anymore, it was consequences for every bad thing she's done over the last few years now. But it wasn't over just yet. This wasn't just about monetary opportunities and sponsors. This was about how they had become a cultural phenomenon.
It literally became like a meme for the whole week. People are still making memes about this.
Made a TikTok about the Kingsman drama, saying how Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the Rivals tournament, showing players dunking multiple times. A user would tweet, "Someone said they're pulling a Zaza stack in my game today.
There were so many memes, funny clips, and videos that popped up from this. It was nuts.
Zaza. Definition, someone throwing not necessarily on Black Widow and still won't swap. Playing for the vibes also became a massive meme. There's a new tournament being hosted by the content creator Boger with a $50,000 prize pool. He would tweet out, "Happy to announce that I'll be hosting another Boger Bash next week. This is not a casual tournament, but I promise you,
I think this actually was happening like today or like yesterday. I think Kingsman was in it. It was doing good.
Sponsors were leaving left and right. Opportunities were gone. No one wanted to associate with these people any longer, and they were truly exposed for what they are. This is the pure definition of consequences, and it is very satisfying to see." But what about Kingsman? How is he doing? Well, he ended up becoming more successful than any of these bullies combined.
He was doing insane numbers, dude.
Thousands of concurrent
made so
viewers.
much money, so many subs.
25,700 viewers, gaining 44,000 followers in one go. He's been receiving
this
so
is
many
like
donations that he started begging people to stop donating. Someone would donate $3,000 right off the bat. His chat got him to hype train level God knows how much. He has over 10,000 subscribers.
He did really good.
$50,000
He's
alone.
still doing
He's
good.
reached over 200,000 subs on his YouTube channel and just reached over 100,000 followers on Twitch. I was there for the countdown. He has made way more than the entire 40,000 prize pool, and it couldn't have happened to someone more deserving. Additionally, Marvel Rivals developers sent him currency in-game for free so that he can buy.
I covered a lot of this stuff on my channel when it all happened. Like, this was a really cool situation. It's summarized very well.
The Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I can purchase magic skins. No fucking way. There's no way that is real. Wait. I gotta hide my screen. No way. No way. What?
This still makes me happy, dude. He really did deserve it.
Wait. By the way, this is the guy who emailed me because he asked me.
As I said in the beginning of the video, this was a story with a happy ending. And just in case it wasn't clear enough, this was never about men versus women or any of that bullshit. This is a textbook story of someone who got bullied and stood up to his nasty, vile bully.
I think he had a good vibe, dude.
Support from the public and making them face consequences for the first time in their adult lives. I'm very happy for Kingsman, and I hope that he enjoys his success. He seems to be a really nice guy. And no,
he does seem
I'm not
chill.
just saying that because he admitted on stream that he watches my videos. If you're watching this, Kingsman, thank you for being a viewer of my channel, and I truly wish you the best. My DMs are always open if you want any advice relating to content creation, or hell.
That's wholesome, dude. That's wholesome. Yeah, that's about the whole situation. I think a lot of people are curious on it too. As I mentioned, we covered a bunch of this. That was well made everywhere. We covered a bunch of this on the channel. So if you guys ever want extra, there is extra things that happened on it too. Like there was other girls that were involved that got called out. There's like the Kingsman simp guy over here. Like this is when they were starting. Like this is after the video. Some of these came out after his video went live. Like all the stuff. And I also went a little bit more in depth for like some of their past stuff and racist past and all that. There was just a lot of things that happened all mixed into it. So if any of you guys are bored, you guys whenever want to check it out, you guys totally can. I even made the video about the army of simps everywhere. Like it was a crazy thing. But I think that summarized up everything pretty good. There was a few things that were missing. That's why I kind of like my videos, because I feel like we get to like hyper analyze a little bit more of this stuff and kind of like showcase up different clips and other things out there. But I think overall that was a very good, like it covered all the important things out there too as well. But that's all I got. Like that was really well made. That was really good. A shout out to that. Shout out to Mujin, and I appreciate all you guys for watching that in the first place. And anyone who like watches, subs, or all that stuff, give your thoughts down below. Very fun and crazy thing where I got to have a chance to meet a lot of new cool people, especially on the YouTube end. So that was actually really cool. So thank all you guys for that one, and thank you guys all for chilling that in the first place. Thank you guys.